Been to hell and back and went back to hell. Been to jail, came home and went back to jail. Made sales, got a job, went back to sales. Still smart enough to know that I ain't actually failed. Progress stagnant cause you ain't following up. One thing.
What up, TMS family? And today is Sunday, February 6, 2022. And here on the 2 Month Show, it's always real talk by real people. And I'm your host, MT. And my guest host for today,
it's your boy Tay. I'm gonna have Sports Talk Tay and Josh. What's going on, people?
nothing much. And Mr. Jones, you know, the Mr. come first because you got to respect him. He will be on later on. But we're going to go ahead and get this show kick started because we did not want to delay it for everyone. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it. So last night, PBC, and I was wondering, here's was the crazy thing. Me and you got on, you know, PBC and Showtime and everything about it because we like, why the fuck is Keith Thurman on pay-per-view? But when you see the undercard, you see some other former champions on there. You had Leo Santa Cruz and everything on that card. And I guess you could pretty much call it redemption night because, you had 2 former champions on there. I know Thurman had a 2.5-year layoff, and Santa Cruz just recently lost his title as well. So both of those people are looking to get back into that number 1 contender spot. And what did you make of the fights last night?
The Santa Cruz fight, I guess if you want to call it the co-main event, that one was actually better than the main event in my opinion. Like, Santa Cruz, like he was sluggish in the first 2-3 rounds. You could tell that break was taking a toll on him. But after like that 4th, 5th round, when he started actually connecting on some shots, connecting on his jab a little bit more, even being more aggressive, it actually edged him over in that fight. So by him landing more like power punches, got more active. And I mean, both of them was brawling. But that second half, Santa Cruz was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it up a notch. And that's what he did. And he edged out at the end and got the win. So it looked like he might get back into that title, into that title fight some way, somehow.
But I don't think he want to fight Gervonta Davis again. I'm going to tell you that much right now. I don't think he want Tank again.
And that's the thing. It's like, now we got to see what's going to happen with Tank with that whole situation with dude's charges being pulled and everything. So,
and is he finally going to get that title shot? Rolly. The guy Rolly.
Yeah. So if that fight actually happens, that's probably going to determine who's going to fight Santa Cruz next. If it goes how it's supposed to.
So what you're saying is that we're looking at a Tank and Santa Cruz rematch is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, it's because Tank probably gonna knock dude out just from the last time, just because waiting so long.
Okay.
So,
all right, and then Keith Thurman, man, took on Marcos Barrios. That was so Barrios was another former opponent. He actually just lost to Tank Davis as well.
Exactly.
So Barrios, how did he fare against Keith Thurman?
Oh my God, man. He was good for the first 3 rounds. After that, Keith Thurman just started hitting him with them power punches. He couldn't hold. He just couldn't hold. I'm surprised Thurman actually kept him in the fight for real. Like, I thought he was really gonna knock him out in like the later rounds because he was hitting him with nothing but straight power shots, like in the second half of the fight. Just like I was saying, saying before we got on air, I was like, every time I looked up, it looked like Thurman was just going up on punches landed. Like the first 2 rounds, he had like 80 punches landed, and then on the 3rd round, it's like 100. I think by the time the fight ended, I think he had like 275 punches landed in the whole fight. Like it's crazy.
So basically, it was just target practice out there.
It was pretty much target practice. He was leaving himself wide open a lot for his power shots in that fight.
What's good, gentlemen?
Not much. What's going on?
Not much, man. Y'all talking about the money I just went to collect money for yesterday. We had one individual in the group chat talking about Barrios winning. Like that kid that weighed 10 pounds less than him ain't knock him the fuck out 6 months ago, but that's another story.
Hey. He
Cheers.
took that fight. Cheers. He took that. First of all, Barrios took that fight on short notice. Okay, he knew he was getting Thurman. That's why I believed in Barrios. All right.
Nah, but I mean, the Reese Dipson story is real with him though. He just had a war with Pacquiao. He lost to the old Pacquiao.
Exactly.
After all the shit he talked, he actually got humbled. Because remember, he talked about the man religion. You know, that's two things you don't talk about: family and religion of a person. So. Pretty much, he tried to do what Conor McGregor tried to do with the Eagle there.
Yeah, and you can't forget not only did he get embarrassed, I think he got knocked down too. So it was like a double taunt.
Yeah, Pacquiao turned back the clock on him.
Yeah, so he had no choice but to. Yeah, he had no choice.
Here's a question that I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now here's a question. We always talk about what's next. What do you all think is next for Thurman?
Oh, it's time for him to climb back up to 147. I don't think he'll get a title shot, but he's gonna get one more fight and maybe a title shot.
Yeah.
But here's what we always question about Thurman though. How active is he? He has to fight twice, maybe 3 times this year. He got to stay active.
Yeah.
He got to get back in the ring this year.
Well, I agree. He needs to get back in the ring this year. I wouldn't say a third time, but I think by like August, September, he needs to be back in the ring fighting somebody.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But him, he might need a third time because he don't get in the ring at fucking all like that dude. Like, he once every 2 years and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's been like 2.5 years for this fight. So yeah, it's been
about. It's like waiting for a Jazz the Rapper battle. You feel me?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, but I'm just gonna say this now, and I don't know. Y'all might agree, y'all may not. I don't think Thurman, as far as top level competition, your Spence, your Crawfords, maybe even Ugas, that type of top level competition.
I think it could be Ugas.
Maybe it depends, but I don't really see Thurman. I don't see Thurman, competing at a high level against like top level competition. I just don't see it. Now, if it's mid tier,
he gonna give him tough fights. He's like a Sean Porter. He's like a Sean Porter. He gonna give you a tough fight, but he might not win overall. But I still think he's a contender.
I don't. What I could see with him is, here's the thing. Did you see the crowd last night? That's the main thing. When I was reading up on it, that's what I heard more than the actual fight. It wasn't nobody there.
There was nobody there.
Really but you gotta think about it though. You got the Pro Bowl going on, the NHL All-Star. It was in Vegas, right?
Mr. Jones, stop it. Mr. Jones, stop it. The Pro Bowl, come on, man.
Yes, the events alone, the parties, the events. We're not even talking about what's going on in the field, outside the field. You don't think these NFL players doing parties and shit that I'd rather be at than this fucking fight out of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that many celebrities in that fight. I can tell you that now. It really wasn't.
Exactly. They at the Pro Bowl parties.
Okay, but here's the thing, Mr. Jones. You saying all of that, but y'all have a 3-hour time difference. So a real party, like think about it. Yes, it happened close to midnight here on the East Coast. It happened at 9 o'clock over there.
You gotta eat dinner first. We had Gordon Ramsay. We had the steakhouse.
Okay,
you know
but
we had Fogo de Chao. You know what I mean? We had Fleming's.
But guess what? Well, guess
what?
Some
nice Italian food at Petro's.
Well, guess what? When I was out there and I attended the the Crawford Porter fight, guess what happened? I ate dinner at about 6 o'clock. Okay, 6 o'clock. I had my dinner, and then I was at the venue.
Look what fight you went to, Crawford and Porter. That's a much bigger draw than a guy returning off losing to almost a 50-year-old man versus a guy that just got knocked the fuck out. This is an eliminator fight. Who wants to go to an eliminator fight?
That's why.
It's like saying I'd rather go to the bronze game than the gold game. You know what I mean? The Olympics. I get it. Bad timing. This was a terrible weekend to have this fight. Honestly,
I mean, it was. Go ahead, Tay.
No, so it was. No, it was like because you got too many things going on.
Do it at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because this week was crazy.
That's what Charlo did. Charlo pushed this shit back a month.
Yeah, he did push it back. Oh yeah, I just looked at it too. Charlo, I was looking at the odds on the Charlo fight. It's actually the odds are even. It's like negative 115 on each side.
Because
So I was like,
last
damn.
fight, I mean, dude got robbed last fight. He beat
Yeah, he
Charlo
did.
last fight.
He beat Charlo.
He
Yeah,
did.
We watched that. We said it online. He beat him
Oh
last
yeah,
fight.
yeah, he did.
yeah, because that's when he trying to call out, Canelo
And then,
Triple
mean,
G.
the dude's questionable as far as like having that. I'm not gonna say he don't have the heart and desire, but having that like extra oomph of competitiveness is questionable. Like, is he gonna take his training seriously? You know what I mean? Like these questions we have to ask. Some like elite boxers, we don't have to ask that. We don't have to ask how Canelo approaching the fight.
Mm.
We don't have to ask how Bud approaching the fight. But with Charlo, we don't know. We don't know if his work ethic is still 100% yet, or at least on champion level. It's on championship level, but it's not on champion level.
I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I don't want to see him at all. I'm going to be honest. If he's going to be on regular Showtime, I'm okay with it. If he's going to be on Fox, I'm okay with it.
He's saying that about Thurman too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So to me, he's not top level
Pops, we gotta get you on here, Pops. We talking boxing. We gotta get you on here, Pops.
Yeah, he's just not. Thurman is just not top level competition anymore. He's just not. Like
would it be more due to inactivity or would it be skill set? That's what I want to ask you.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
You don't think he has the skill set?
No.
Interesting.
To be the top level fighter, no. Let me tell you something. Spence putting body shots on him is going to be a lot different than Barrios. And if Spence put body shots on him or Crawford, he's going down.
Well, I hate to say it, man. Down. Right now, I think Crawford is over Spence, bro.
You think so?
You can say it. Nah,
I've been going back. No, I've been deep diving and I've been watching the last fights and stuff. And I don't know, this Crawford has like a more dominating presence. And for him fighting from both sides, that is an advantage. Because he can fight lefty and righty very well, just as equal. Which is something rarely seen. He might be the best ever to do it in boxing history, honestly.
And I'll still take Spence over Crawford.
And then when it comes to like natural instincts, Crawford got him. Crawford got some great instincts. Yeah. And then
Crawford got great instincts, but like here's the thing. I was in attendance for the Porter fight. Porter took it to Crawford. If it wasn't for Porter's careless,
his style, he's gonna take it to anybody. Anytime he fight Porter, it's a fight of the year candidate for a reason. He would have did the same shit to Spence.
Yeah.
Well, he did do the same thing to Spence. He did the same thing to Spence. They took it to the cards. He took it to the cards.
It ain't happened with Crawford.
Yeah, because he got careless. That's why.
Crawford hits harder. Crawford hits harder.
Crawford don't hit harder than no Spence, bro. Stop it.
Okay. I think he does. I think he does.
Okay. Crawford hits harder, bro. Like I've been really deep diving in both of these. Like I'm obsessed with this fight this year, and I've been deep diving in their careers. Crawford's a harder puncher, bro. I think Spence got more speed. He got more finesse. When it comes to technical ability, they're about even.
Yeah.
But the fact that Bud can switch it up at any time, that's dangerous.
So you saying that
we know naturally, and we know how slow Spencer's starter is as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't want to get behind on the cards like 4-2 in the first 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's a dream match, though. It's a dream match. And it's one of the matches that can easily fuck around and draw.
Yeah. And then have another part 2. Yeah. They have another part 2 or something. Like
It'd be that, or I got Spence winning by 2 rounds.
Okay.
I got Spence winning by 2 rounds.
Yeah, I don't have Spence.
I think Spence can take it. Spence can take it in the middle rounds. I think championship rounds. I think Crawford can actually get the championship rounds. But I think in the middle round, Spence will take over. That changes the decision of the fight.
Yeah, and here's what I want to say as well. I want to make it very clear. I don't think Crawford is going to get washed by Spence.
Fuck no.
No, it's not going to be a wash. No, it's going to be a good fight. But to me, I just have Spence edging it, in my opinion.
I do too if it's not a draw. I just saying all that. I do too.
Just to bring some controversy.
Honestly, and then we'll move on to the next topic. What I see the Spence and Crawford fight being like is Canelo and Triple G. First fight, a draw, but you probably could have called it for Spence. And then second fight, Spencer have a new game plan and go out there and make it more of a convincing win.
Honestly, the first fight, we're in the minority. A lot of people say that Triple G won the first fight. The consensus got Triple G.
Triple G ain't win that shit. I don't care what people say.
No, I don't think so either. I think it was
Canelo was rocking him that whole fight.
I think it was a draw. I think it was a draw. No, Canelo got caught too. Canelo chin is just made of iron. Because Triple G was catching some great shots. And I'm like, God damn, the normal man would have died.
Yeah,
that's true.
So, like, you know, Canelo is just, he got one of the strongest chins I ever seen. That shit is crazy. Like, he be taking shots. He just be eating the motherfuckers. I was like, wow.
He does. All right. So we got that out the way.
Love boxing. It's gonna be a good year.
Oh yeah, it should definitely be a great year in boxing. I 100% agree with you.
I want Garcia and Tate though. That's the fight I really want.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, even though I don't think Garcia ready.
Yeah, right.
But
I don't know.
Ryan Garcia.
I don't know. Something about the God the God he prayed to love him.
Who has Ryan Garcia beat, Mr. Jones?
Tank Davis, if they fight, possibly.
Nah.
It's about the man in front of you right then and there. It's about the man in front of you right then and there. Honestly.
Mr. Jones, stop it. Mr. Jones,
y'all sleeping on Ryan. Y'all sleeping on Ryan.
He's soft.
Soft. How?
Yes,
you seen this man get knocked the fuck down and get back up and knock a dude out? That's soft.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say.
I'm about to say them YouTube clips ain't gonna save him, bro. Not against Tank.
No, they're not. I'm sorry.
The God he prayed to, bro. The God he prayed to. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping.
He's gonna be. If he take Tank lightly, he gonna be the one sleeping.
Oh, of course, but he's not. I promise you, he's not. He's going to take it like the biggest fight of his life.
Mr. Jones.
This man might cry during an interview because he's going to be so passionate about it.
Mr. Jones, here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. There's a reason why De La Hoya and Arum didn't allow this fight to happen yet. Why? Because Ryan Garcia is so young and they don't want his, how can I put this? They don't want his confidence and for his career, because with the way social media is, they don't want it derailed. Right now, he's still, you know what I'm saying, a highly sought after fighter.
It's smart.
He could be on pay-per-view.
Tank last year was on a mission. I would have fought no fucking Tank last year.
Okay,
he was on a mission because he was pissed. Tank about to get a spot. He's about to get these pay-per-view main events. It's a good time.
Got him. What are you talking about?
That's why it's the right time. I would have fought that man on the way up. It's a good time to fight him now, though. That fight needs to happen this year or early next year.
That's fine. And when it does, I'm going to tell you right now, KO Tank. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. KO.
I bet money on that.
Okay, that's fine.
I bet money on that.
That's fine.
I just think, like you said, I mean, yeah, you know, whoever he prays to is working. Tank a whole nother level than anybody he faced.
That's what I'm saying.
He's different. He's different. Everybody know he's different. Everybody know he's different. Everybody.
Like Mr. Jones.
No, he got dynamite in his hands. We know it got dynamite in his hands. Yes, but y'all making it seem like he's the overwhelming favorite. Like it's not a shot in hell.
It's not a shot. I'm going to be honest with this one. It's not a shot.
Okay.
It's not.
I'll say it like this. If Tank is focused, like he's been focused, like last year focused, Garcia ain't got a chance in hell. He don't have a chance in hell.
He'll get a TKO in the 10th. He'll get a TKO in the 10th.
Here's what's going to happen. Here's what Ryan Garcia better pray for. He better pray that Tank throws a punch incorrectly and hurts his hand again, where he's only able to fight with one hand. That's what he better be praying for.
Oh,
and even then, Tank, Tank is still firing.
You're embarrassing him. He's not that bad. Garcia is not that
I
bad.
didn't say that he was that bad.
You saying the only way the man gonna lose if he a one armed man in a boxing match?
That's it. That is the only way.
That is fucking disrespectful.
Okay, well, I can't wait till the fight happens just to show you. I can't wait.
Yeah, they gotta make it happen first. They got to. They got to.
Yeah, and then once they happen, literally, once they figure out what they're gonna have.
Honestly, like whatever big money fight Tank got, it's gonna happen. Whatever big money fight he got right now.
I'm trying to think of who else is in his division that he could possibly fight.
They're talking about he's going.
Not Gary anymore. Not right now.
Of course not. Well, of course not Gary.
Lopez,
but,
when they talk about Lopez at one point.
Yeah, they talking about Tiafoe or Lomachenko.
After that, he got to get that back. The Loma fight should have been happening. I don't think the Loma fight gonna happen.
No, I don't think the Loma fight gonna happen either. Yeah, I don't think so.
Not at this point.
It'll happen. It'll happen because you know why? At this point, Loma is trending towards, you know what I'm saying, out of his prime. And Floyd is sick tank on him and tell him to go ahead and then knock him out. And it won't happen early. It'll happen later. Knock out Loma. He'll knock out Loma in like the 10th or 11th. It'll be 11th round TKO.
He might frustrate Tank though.
He might, but
he gonna frustrate him in the beginning.
Punch.
Yeah. And once he catch him with that body shot and start cutting the ring off, all that extra and all that shit ain't gonna work. That shit is not gonna work. When a man is walking you down, that shit ain't gonna work. Not with the type of power that Tank has.
You think he finished Loma too?
Hell yeah, I think he will finish Loma in the later round. I think he'll
finish him. Yeah, I think he'll finish him.
Has Loma ever been finished? I know he's been knocked down, but has he ever been knocked out?
No, not finished. He never been finished. But I think if it is one fighter, it would be Tank though. Awesome.
That can. Really, you think is a difference between that will and that can?
He will finish that. Okay. There is no. I'm just gonna let you know he will finish him. He will. There is no can.
It sounds like Tank gonna have a busy year. It sounds like Tank gonna have a busy year if it goes how he wants to go. He's gonna have a busy year.
Y'all ruthless.
Yeah, honestly,
you know the difference.
Exactly. Got to know the difference. And here's the thing. Here's what I vote for the most.
I guess I respect people in the ring so much. You give anybody a shot because we seen crazy shit. Like,
I mean, just like MT said, I never seen Garcia fight anybody really in that caliber to even have a Tank fight.
Well, I wouldn't say that caliber, but he fought top people in that division. I mean, Luke Campbell ain't no top.
He's fought paper champions. Luke Campbell. You know how I feel about the British fighters, Mr. Johnson. Please, let's not even do this.
Don't disrespect the great Lennox Lewis.
Okay,
we love the lion. We love the lion over here.
Exactly. Yeah, Lennox Lewis is about the only one.
And Nigel Benn. I fuck with Nigel Benn too.
Okay, and Nigel, I give you that. Everybody else, come on now. Glass chins.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Best knockout I ever seen was me and you together, bro. Check left hook. Head hit the turnbuckle. WWE style.
Exactly. Made fucking Floyd Mayweather look like he was Canelo Alvarez with that kind of power. Like when he hit
it's just how he stepped out the way with the check. It just looked so beautiful. And I remember being you like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That was a good ass night, impromptu party and everything. That good ass night, like
definitely
TVs in the walls, bro. Like that shit's the house is fire. Yeah, house is fire.
Definitely fire. But yeah, great man, fight. It's So that's that. All right, we're gonna go. Before we get to the serious issues, because we don't want to bring the mood down after having something so high up. Let's go ahead and talk about Championship Sunday last Sunday. Cincinnati. So first matchup at 3:00 was the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow going to go take on Patrick Mahomes, man, and the Kansas City Chiefs. So, gentlemen, what was your GBU from that? What was your thoughts on that? On that game, everything.
From an Eagles fan to a Chiefs fan, this is Andy Reid do.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about him in championship games, bro. I don't know what it is. Like he'll get that 1 or 2 run where he'll make the Super Bowl, but then after that, it just go downhill. I don't know what it is. But this one was clearly on one person only, and it's probably gonna be the ugly for probably the whole playoffs is Patrick Mahomes. He's the ugly for this whole playoffs.
Yeah. Yep.
He's the ugly. He really forced a pass that shouldn't even been thrown. Like literally, he should not have thrown that ball. He could have checked it down.
He breath fogged it.
Pretty much. He breath fogged it.
Yeah, that's that exactly. But go ahead, y'all continue.
I say some goods. I mean, goodness gracious, another bad. I mean, a bad/ugly. Oh my goodness, Cincinnati's Bengals offensive line. Oh my god, they got to fix that line this offseason. They got to get somebody.
They will.
I'm hoping that they could pull some people around because it is
they
Cincinnati.
Get Connor Williams. It'd be a good upgrade, even though he get the penalties. Overall, it'd be an upgrade there.
Yeah, but you don't want to kill that. You don't want to kill those plays, though, especially like in the fourth quarter. You don't want to kill those plays.
Nah, I think when you leave a situation, you get a little better.
Yeah.
Like most players that lead, what the Commanders now.
Yeah, the Commanders. Yeah. They always they do play better after. Yeah, that is.
Just very professional, man. And I got it ready for this. I can't believe I fucking said that name. Wait till MT get back. Let's talk about this name real quick. The Commanders. That shit is trash.
I'm surprised that they got that name myself.
Washington fans, I won't even be mad if y'all go back to the skins. Just say skins. Just say skins. Because you got black skin, white skin, yellow skin, red skin. Just say skins. They should have just went to the skins at this fucking point.
Yeah, I mean, they did the whole competition thing, and I'm wondering was fans actually doing, or was they actually counting the fans' vote? Because
hell no,
they did not pick.
They just ain't want to play the black man for the name. That's all that shit was. That shit was garbage. Yeah. All right, we get back to GBU. I just wanted to do a segue commercial break while you was away. No, we start talking about this because I accidentally said Commanders, and I'm like, that name is ass. But nah, continue.
All right.
We'll definitely get to that.
All right. So for me, GBU. All right. So first of all, the good Joe Burrow, and just being calm under pressure. The guy's poise is like no other. He will stand in there time from time, take a hit, and literally just get back up and then just deliver the ball again. Another good was the Bengals offensive line responding from 9 sacks the previous week that they had given up to the Tennessee Titans. I think Burrow was only sacked twice this game, if I'm not mistaken.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 times. And right now, the ugly. And let's just tell you already touched on it. But so here's the way I'm going to slice this cake. 60% of this is on Patty. 20% of this is on Andy Reid. Why do I say it's on Andy Reid? Because you are the experienced coach in here. Why would you not take the fucking 3 points with 4 seconds left? You allowed Patrick Mahomes to go for, to deliver a field shot to the bank. Like that was disrespectful.
Yeah, where the Friday night lights? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so it was one of those instances where when I
get paid for this shit. No, I literally shit.
It was definitely disrespect. And I text my brother when that happened. I said, the Chiefs just lost the game. And he was like, that was dumb as shit. I said the Chiefs just lost the game off of that play right there. Because it was 21
in the second half though, right?
They only scored a field goal
execution. If they would have got it, it would have been a different tone today. They just ain't get it. But it was a stupid play, personally.
But you should have played safe. That's what I'm saying. But this is the thing. This is the playoffs. We're not talking about regular season. Yeah, if this was week 11, I don't, what I'm saying, when they squared off against each other, or whatever week that was, week 14, whenever they played each other in the season, that's fine. I don't give a shit. You could take it. This is to go to the Super Bowl.
If I was going to get the ball back, I would have did that.
Exactly. And that's another
thing. They didn't get the ball back. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, you gave them momentum, and the Bengals got the ball back at the half after they just went down and scored a touchdown after being down 18 points.
Yeah.
And then the other 20% is on Steve Spagnuolo. That defense has been doing this all season, literally. Like it.
Let's be honest. The Kansas City Chief defense always been on life support. Let's be
It
honest.
has. It
It's
has. You're
always been
right.
on life support. It's always been. Once they put their money into like all their top guns as far as on offensive end or on the
Yep.
offensive end of the ball, it's
Mm-hmm.
defense always going to suffer. At the end of the day, it's always going to suffer. You
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
know.
like
and here's
one
the
honey
thing.
badger away
And if
from
I'm
obscurity.
yeah, and
Yeah.
here's the thing. And if I'm the Chiefs, and here's the thing, if I'm the Chiefs GM or owner this offseason, bye-bye Spagnolia. You gotta go. I'll see you later, bro. We don't need you no more. You can
The
you
Hunts
gotta
ain't gonna
go.
do it. They ain't gonna do it. They can
Of,
get one more year.
of
I
course they're gonna
mean,
get one more, but they
yeah, but I
shouldn't.
think dude from Baltimore's out though. They should try to make a run at him.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Minnesota about to get him? Who
They
Minnesota
interviewed
about
him.
to get?
They
Nah,
interviewed him. They ain't hired
yeah,
him
now
yet.
now Minnesota got the offensive coordinator from something O'Connell. What team did he come
Yeah,
from?
O'Connell. Yeah.
Yeah, O'Connell.
Yeah, he's
They
the
hiring
offense
anybody
coordinator.
this year. They
Oh,
hiring
I think
anybody
he was
this year.
yeah, I think he was either the Packers offensive coordinator or the Rams offensive coordinator. One of the two. I
Rams.
can't remember.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
the Ram
Rams.
offensive
Okay, yeah.
coordinator. You know, he
Okay.
was under
All
that.
right.
He was under that. Kyle Shanahan, Mike McVay. You know, Washington. Like
Gotcha.
Washington Commanders little coaching staff in
Gotcha.
2013. He was part of that. So
Okay, got you. All right. So
Professional.
finally he's getting his chance now. Okay.
yeah,
So
he's getting
yeah.
his chance.
Yeah. So but again, bless you. Bye-bye Spagnolia. You gotta go this off season. And then Andy Reid, I'd put him on notice and let him know. Andy, this is your last year. If you don't make it to the Super Bowl, your ass gotta go. And
He's the man in this fuck. He
no,
got
seriously. And
he can
either
coach for life at this point.
Yeah, he's coaching
Nah.
life right now, man.
Yeah, bro. Yes, they got so much
Yeah.
success there. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple of jokes here and there. I mean, shit. Patriots ain't making it in like 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, he good. He good right now.
no,
He
fuck
good,
that.
bro.
No, fuck
This
that.
your
That was
last
a
year?
bone.
Nah,
Yeah.
This is your last
Nah,
year.
you
You
make
don't
it
make
when
the
it's-
Cowboys
Super Bowl.
staying too long, bro.
Nah, he keep winning the division. He keep getting in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs. Nah, they ain't gonna let him go, bro. He actually won
No,
one.
because
So nah, he ain't
no,
gonna go.
here's the thing.
He been
No,
a
because
couple
here's the
already.
thing. I'm gonna tell you. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all right now what I'm starting to see more. As we are seeing, and maybe the level of college competition will increase now that they're gonna start getting paid and players, you know what I'm saying, they'll really start recruiting top level competition. But what's happening is you're seeing teams like the Rams, yeah, but you're seeing like the Rams get rid of their picks and saying we need to win now. So we're gonna bring superstars over here now. That Super Bowl window in the NFL, you only got 2 to 3 years before it closes, and you're sitting up there trying to figure things out. The Rams
You
know
think,
that. That's why they did what they had to do. They
you
brought
think
over
it'll be no
Stafford.
more dynasties for a while?
It ain't gonna be no more dynasties. No. Nope.
Not for a while? There's always going to
Not
be
for a
somebody.
while.
That's
I mean, the closest thing
All
that
the-
we would have had to a dynasty would have been the Chiefs, but they just Andy Reid is Andy Reid.
Man, that's all you can say. Andy Reid is Andy Reid, but you know, the Chiefs love him. They ain't gonna let him
Yeah.
go. I can tell you that now. They ain't gonna let him go.
I know they're not, but it's
But shout out to the Bengals, though. They probably found the best quarterback in their franchise history. I know it's
Of course,
early,
I-
too early to crown him.
no, but oh yeah, but here's another thing too. And while we talking about a winning now mentality, what did the Bengals do? The Bengals said, "Here, you can have our next 2 first-round picks. So you can have this year's first-round pick and next year's first-round pick." And I think they gave up a second-round pick as well, and to trade up to go grab Joe Burrow.
I mean, shit. After what he did in college, Alabama and all that, I mean, he's almost a can't miss. That was a great Alabama team.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So with that being said, Hey, and this kid is literally. We'll give our predictions and everything next Sunday, but this kid is literally looking to become the first quarterback to win the Heisman, national championship, and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, all in the second year, I
That's
believe, right?
that'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got his lumps that first season because I think his record before he got hurt was like 2-8 or something like that. He was getting his ass whooped, but they figured it out this season. So yeah, but yeah, man, the Chiefs.
I
But
mean,
Chiefs,
most of us they invested in a receiving core. If you really think about it,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know they got
Boyd,
Chase and they got
Chase.
Higgins and Boyd, so
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah.
solidified their wide receiving core. Now they just got to solidify that damn offensive line. I mean, even though they only got sacked 3 times, but we seen a lot of
Mm-hmm.
rushes
A lot
like
of
going
pressures.
to
Yeah.
him. Yeah, so
Yeah, where he's had to sidestep and do all that, and really they found a tight end too, and a guy Uzoma, but Uzoma got hurt.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is gonna be an
Shout out to
interesting Super
the
Bowl.
shout out to the Bengals. Congrats to the Bengals. Round of applause for the
Yeah,
Bengals. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
yeah. Finally getting over the hump.
Yeah.
You know, more disrespect to Marvin Lewis during Black History Month. The white man got him over the hump, not the black man.
Uh,
Nah, but
it was
That
oh
more
yeah,
was
and
it was more of
I
a
think that was
complacent
more.
organization back then.
I was about to say it's a whole different
sure,
development than now from Marvin Lewis than it is now.
They
A
actually make
whole different
moves on
development.
people.
Yeah, like
that's
they
true.
actually paying. They actually paying the players and actually
Yeah.
drafting right. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Of
like
course,
saying? Like,
it's amazing how all of that is happening now, right? It's just a little weird to me, but I'll keep those comments to myself. But yeah, and then secondly, we had the Rams and the 49ers happen second go around. This was their third time playing each other, which I didn't want
mhm.
to see that shit, but unfortunately that's the matchup that we got. And yeah, we got Rams and 49ers in the NFC Championship. Rams ended up winning 20 to 17. And now the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. So what was your GBUs from that game?
Let's see. Good and possibly the MVP throughout the whole playoffs is going to be Cooper Cup.
Hmm.
Flat out, he's the good through this whole playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The
yeah.
ugly. If I had to say the bad, I would probably say it's the 49ers play calling. Kyle Shanahan got to
Yeah.
get called out, man. He got to stop. They're giving that man too many passes on these second, these what is it, 10-point deficits, or these 10-point leads that he keep letting these
Mm-hmm.
joints just keep going down and down each time.
I'm about to say, yeah, that
Uh,
was his third one that he blew. One in the Super Bowl. He blew one in the Super Bowl. He blew that one. And then he blew another one a couple years ago. I forgot where.
both
Like
both
three.
his
Beyonce.
transfers in the Super Bowl. Both of them in the Super Bowl. Offensive coordinator as the Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
his. That
yeah,
was
yeah.
him. And then
Yep.
the second time was when they played the Kansas City Chiefs for Patrick Mahomes won his first ring. So he gave up plenty of double digit leads, and including this NFC Championship game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yep. That's what it is. Yep, largest comeback in the Super Bowl that he allowed. Largest
Mm-hmm.
fourth quarter comeback in the Super Bowl, and then largest fourth quarter comeback in the NFC Championship game. All
Yep.
belong to Kyle Shanahan.
Can we get out of Can we just give him the John Gruden treatment a little bit? Like we know he overrated, but nobody wants to say anything.
Is he a
I'm not
bum?
gonna say.
He's
No,
a
here's
bum
the
of the
thing.
week.
He's
Here's
not a
the thing.
bum. You just can't give him a lead. You gotta make the
Yeah,
game close for him to be good. Like you give him a
yeah.
lead, he gonna fold. He gonna
I
fold
was
like a
about to
big
say
chicken.
that. Yeah, he actually.
Why is
I,
that though?
I don't know. It's like he's actually better when his team has to play from behind
Yeah.
because, truthfully. Well, no, we're just fuck ups. I was going to say, truthfully, the Cowboys could have came back and did something, but no, we're just fuck ups. But
Yeah, how about
yeah, we're just fuck ups. But at
no
the end of the
mercy till
day,
September? Fuck them.
yeah, Exactly. But at the end of the day, you see his best play calling when the game gets tight and his team is on the way back. Like when
Exactly.
we saw like the week 18 game against the Rams,
Hmm.
we saw them come back from 17 down. The Packers game, we saw them come back
Yep.
from 10 down. So it's literally like they got to be down because when they jump out early, he just gets stupid with his play caller.
Exactly. Like he'll play not to lose the lead, not play to win the game. That's what he does every time when he got a double digit lead.
I agree with that.
And especially when you got like a team like the Rams that's known for making comebacks with that defense and with Matthew Stafford,
with the superstars that they have.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford has always been that type of guy where even though when he passed stats in Detroit, let's not forget, but he's so used to being trailing most of the time in the games. He's probably like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna launch this joint. But he has this receiving core that can literally score at any moment. Now that OBJ is that number 2 guy right now, number 2, number 3 guy right now,
he stepped up.
He got he got his weapons like he been wanting in Detroit with the Rams. Now you can see his true. And
he actually has a defense.
Yes, like he actually has a defense. He got running game. He actually got receivers. Like he got the full package under him this year.
I told you, Mr. Jones. I told you this was all the Rams would need. This is all the Rams would need. Matthew Stafford. Because you just need somebody who's competent. That's all you need. When you got to sit up there and constantly tell a guy what to do, all of that kind of stuff, come on now. That shit was a layup for Belly. Belly was like, oh, yeah. Hey, y'all, we going to run this defense. All right, last 15 seconds is gone. McVay can't talk to him. All right, get in your actual formation now. And literally, defense will make the switch, do what they got to do, and then boom. They
that game was ugly.
They disguised that blitz every single play. And I literally was just sitting up there watching, like, all right, this person's gonna rush this time. All right, Gerard Mayo gonna go in there and rush. All right, this person gonna go in there and rush. It was just
that was
easy.
A boring ass game.
Of course it was.
All they do, because they took away Todd Gurley. Once you take away Todd Gurley, and then on top of that, your man cannot read defenses. He just couldn't read defenses.
If you're a fan of defense, it was a beautiful game plan.
It was Belichick at his best. That's literally what it was. It's Belichick at his best.
I can't even tell you the halftime show that year. That's how bad it was.
Shit, who was the halftime show?
Wasn't that the weekend? Wasn't that the weekend that year? Or was that some bullshit like YouTube?
It wasn't the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that Jennifer? No, I think that was Jennifer Lopez.
Nah, Lopez. Lopez did the San Fran.
Yeah, did the San Fran KC game.
Yep. But Shakira.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably like YouTube or something.
Was that Katy Perry? Was that the Katy Perry year?
Katy Perry did the Atlanta, New England one. Like I be knowing all the halftime. Like I don't know. I kind of a fanatic for halftime shows.
It wasn't Bruno, was it? Was Bruno Mars?
It might be Bruno.
Hold on, I'm about to tell you right now.
Nah, Bruno did. Who did 2020?
So hold on. So 2018.
Because Bruno did it twice. That's why I was like,
Bruno, I think Bruno did 2012 or something like that.
Hold on.
No, when he had 124 carry was out. That's when he did the halftime show.
That was 2018, but that wasn't the 2018 season. That was the Eagles and Patriots Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see something. I'll tell y'all right now. Hold on.
GOAT halftime show though is still Prince to me, man. Mike was great back then, but Prince, that shit was raining when Purple Rain came on.
I told y'all it was one of them bullshit ones. It was motherfucking.
That shit was magic.
It was Maroon 5. Yeah. It was U2 or one of them. And Travis Scott. Travis Scott was a special guest along with Big Boy.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah, because Big Boy was on there for like 5 minutes. He didn't even have like a whole song.
Yeah, he just did Kryptonite and rolled out.
Yeah, I remember now. He had like a super short set. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out
They
to
saying
hoes.
they talking about the Dr. Dre joint only gonna be like 12 minutes. So you gotta see how this gonna turn out.
What they gonna do? One song?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
I
yeah,
don't know.
Mary J
You
is
gotta
only
do
able
a
to
remix
perform
for Headed
one
for
time,
Self Destruction or something. One Blood.
basically, which is bullshit. I'm like 12 minutes. Like, come on, man, y'all got to get them more than that. They at least need 15.
Nah, man, just about the whole 30, man. Like Beyonce had a full concert. Beyonce Joe had Destiny Child back and all that. Like fire. Hers top 5. It's top 5.
Say my name.
It's top 5. Beyonce Joe up there. Got the power out of the Super Bowl and everything. It's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, I would have thought they would give him 32 because they are in California. You know, I'm like, they gotta get Dre at least 25. At least 25. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Still,
but
across the world, still hitting them corners and them nolos, girl.
He still got Snoop got like 2 or 3 alone. He can pull up. Come on, man. He got Uncle Snoop there. Kendrick at least do Be Humble or something, like, you know.
That's what I'm thinking. I think he's gonna do Humble and probably DNA, one of the two. So it's gonna be probably do both and roll. That's probably what he do.
Well, he ain't gonna be able to do both if you talking about 12 minutes, bro. That's Eminem, Snoop.
No, if he do like 30 seconds, if he's so
like what Mary gonna do?
She got one song.
Holleration.
Yeah, let's get it.
Pretty much. Yeah. She can't do no more drama in that scene. Sorry, that's not gonna cut it. She gonna have to hit the party joints.
Then she gonna bring Tariq out. You know what I'm saying?
Stop Jackson like John Cena and Peacemaker.
Hey, you exactly.
But all right, Mr. Jones, what you got for GBU what you got for the GBU?
The good is definitely Cooper Kupp. Definitely. Matthew Stafford's playing decent in the clutch. Shout out to him for making the Super Bowl. There's a lot of good redemption stories over there. You know what I mean? Von Miller might leave with the last hurrah. Aaron Donald,
OBJ, Eric Weddle.
Yeah, Eric Weddle. Yeah, coming back. I'm definitely happy. Yeah. I'm really happy for OBJ though, for real. That whole Cleveland thing, man.
The bad is the play caller, but we ain't get to the body bag yet. Let's get straight to the ugly for everybody. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's done.
Yes,
he's done. But
he's done with the 49ers.
I'll save it. Yeah,
he's done with the 49ers.
I'll save what I got to say about that for
because they was protecting him a lot.
They was protecting him, but part of the problem too, and we got to get back to play calling. Shanahan don't allow him to throw the deep ball like that, and I'm like, Jimmy G doesn't throw a bad deep ball. Like he's decent. Let him throw the ball down the field because he had a couple deep balls early on in that game that looked great. They connected. He hit Ayuk with a beautiful one, and I was sitting there like, I was like, okay, this is the Jimmy G that I want to see. But obviously, when you needed him the most, unfortunately, he did come up short with that pick. But we'll talk about that. In the next segment.
It was Aaron Donald chasing them though. Like it was going to happen.
It was.
And Golden dropped one. Golden had one. Golden had a pick 6 too.
That's true.
Golden 6.
I was shocked he dropped that.
Over on the sideline, slammed his helmet because he knew. I was too. But you know, but nobody's more sicker than your man Tart. He had a wide open. At least Goatland had to make a break on the ball. That dude Tart, literally, I was thinking it was a punt to him, and he was going back for a punt.
He's playing receiver. He ran the route.
Yeah. He literally sat right there, and then once he dropped that, I was like, 49ers about to lose this game.
That's what I'm saying. Jimmy G was erratic. He was erratic at the end, bro. When they needed him, he was erratic.
He was. He should have just held on to the ball and took that sack versus just flipping it up there in the air. I didn't know what the fuck that was. That's some shit you see on Madden.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
it works on Madden.
It does work on Madden.
Fake ass.
All you gotta do is take control of the receiver. All you gotta
do
is take
fly y'all pitches diagonal back. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. linemen doing
Mm-hmm.
perfect laterals. Like what the fuck? Hate that fuck. All right, continue.
Now, good, definitely Rams defense, clamp it down like they should have. I think they did a good job on Debo Samuels as well. Debo, he got off, but he didn't get off. And another thing that I liked about the Rams is they turned into bullies. They
Yeah.
played they so here's the thing. Normally what we see is the 49ers will try to play, I'm sorry, not the 49ers, the Rams will try to play their style. They turn from finesse to bullies on defense. They was hitting them receivers. I saw Debo get popped.
Yep.
They picked up the flag because it was a clean hit, but they was gonna flag and say, oh, you know what I'm saying, that was a dirty hit. But no dirty hit. Debo popped that boy, is what he did. I mean, Debo got popped, where he had to come out the game. So the Rams played bully ball. Also, another good that I saw was I'm gonna say Cooper Cup. Actually, no, let me stop. Cooper Cup did do good. But let's be real at another unsung hero, and that was OBJ. Had over 100
Yeah.
yards receiving
Yeah,
in that
he called
game.
he called it a lot of
He
third downs late.
Yep.
lot of late third downs. He showed up and showed everybody I'm still a valuable option. I'm still a number one option.
He said
So
that ain't my fault.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Exactly. So OBJ did what he was supposed to do. And then yeah, the ugly Shanahan's play calling, and then that horrific interception at the end of the game.
Yep. I definitely go with that.
There. All
And
right.
like I said, I was happy with OBJ though, because I was like, they was bad. Like, oh god, they was bad math on the mess out of him in freaking
Say
Cleveland.
Jimmy G turned to Jimmy Dean,
Basically.
cooking his ass.
Mhm.
Hey, I wonder how the Brown fans feel that they gotta see Cincinnati and a former player play in the Super Bowl while they sitting at home.
Yeah, that's true. That's a tough one.
They gotta feel like
That's a
Brian
tough one.
Flores. It's like
Oh wow.
All right. So yeah. So for those of y'all that don't know, on February 1st, the start of Black History Month, Brian Flores filed a class action lawsuit against the
Yes.
NFL, alleging discrimination. And then some of the other details that came out in the case was that the owner of the Miami Dolphins, Stephen Ross, paid him $100K per game to essentially tank. The objective was to get Joe Burrow, but they ended up getting Tua. So yeah, they tanked for
no,
100K.
it was Herbert. It was Herbert.
Oh,
It
I'm
was Herbert.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it was
Herbert. Yeah, it
Herbert.
was Herbert. My
Yeah. It was Justin Herbert, but then they ended up getting Tua. Uh,
bad.
so, gentlemen, what do you all make of this? This whole thing, is he a martyr or a moron?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and as it
I can't.
stands right now, so sorry, and I'm gonna let you go, Tay. As it stands for right now, there's only one black head coach in the NFL. That is
Exactly.
Mike Tomlin. That's it.
Damn.
But go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's it. Yeah. Um.
Damn.
For me, I don't think it's a moron move. I think it's a moron move if he don't have a backing. Because, like you
He
said,
don't.
it's a class lawsuit. It's not a a silver.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point you just like at this point, who if he ain't gonna do it, then who gonna do it? At this point,
Mm-hmm.
everybody know the NFL is a pretty much, to be honest, they a piece of shit organization. Everybody know it. Everybody know that they go
Yeah,
for
morally, yeah.
morally they're a piece of shit. But they I mean, if you want to say it, like they just go for what they feel, who they feel is comfortable being in a room with, other than having those type of conversations with, outside of just having somebody new. Like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh is in, I guess if you want, they in a blue collar state, they could deal with a Mike Tomlin, a Eric Bieniemy, somebody like that. They could deal with those type of those type of characters or that type of personnel.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about Miami, you would think Miami would hire somebody like a Mike Tomlin back in the day, or Eric Bieniemy, or anything. Really, the Brian Flores hire was because of the diversity thing from the last time we was talking about this, like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
That's why he got the job. And now you see they want it like up and beyond, and you start seeing that the owner is a piece of shit. I think his name is Ross, Jeffrey Ross, whatever his name is.
Stephen Ross.
Stephen Ross. Yeah. You see that he's a piece of shit. Set him up for failure, like we're hearing now. It's like, who can you really? You have at some point. It's like, yeah, who can you trust? And at some point, somebody's going to be the camel. Somebody's going to be that camel that's going to have to just break that back at some point. Like it's just, it sucks. It had to be him, but we all know these interviews and all these interviews and stuff, most of it, especially for something like these coordinators and black coordinators, black coaches in general, they some crappy interviews. Straight up. They just some straight up crappy interviews. I think one, then y'all could go from here. I think the one I've read up on was when he went to Denver before he got the Miami job. And I think it was like John Elway and GM and some of the management team walked into the interview intoxicated during the interview.
Yep. Damn.
They gave the interview drunk as hell. They already knew they wasn't gonna give him the job, so they walked in the joint intoxicated. Of course they're gonna deny it, stuff like that whole thing.
Oh, they already responded back.
Yeah. I don't think he would lie about something like that, though. Come on now.
Nah.
I don't think he would lie about that.
Exactly. And here's the thing, too, and I'll let Mr. Jones go, and then I'll say my piece. We all are adults. Yeah. Game recognized game.
Exactly.
You know when somebody's drunk. You know when somebody's high. I don't smoke. But Mr. Jones, when he's smoking his cigarettes, he's able to tell me, hey, that person's high. That person's high. You know what I'm saying? He's able to point it out. I could tell you when I know somebody's been drinking. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it ain't no lack of sleep. John Elway claimed he was jet lagged. At the end of come on now. We're all adults. We know. Okay? We know. But go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Can't. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, give me jet lag in the place that you live at.
I mean, probably was, Hawaii the night before, 6 hours. Get a little foggy in there. I don't know. I call him a martyr because he knows what's at risk. He knows he's probably never going to coach in the NFL again. And he's doing it for,
future
betterment of equality in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to make a class action, that's what makes him a moron. He had a better shot doing this alone. Because you got to remember, man, like you said, the NFL is a snaky organization. Yeah. A lot of people probably that want to follow him is not going to follow him because the repercussions that might come.
Yeah.
Well, here's a funny thing with Hugh Jackson. So I don't even know where Hugh Jackson is right now, but he's already recanted. Grambling, yeah. He's already, I guess the NCAA went on ahead and whispered something in his ear because he's already recanted his statement. So he said, oh, yeah, my situation is similar to Brian Flores. And I'm going to let you go, Mr. John. I just wanted to add that for the people.
No, go ahead.
At first, he said that his situation was the same as Brian Flores. And then it's not quite the same. It's just, I just felt like that we weren't, set up we weren't set up for success. That's what he said, instead of him being offered money not to win. So he wanted to get technical with it. But go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Have you seen any Flores interviews so far?
I did watch some of the Flores interview. And I think that this is just a ploy by the law firm that's representing him. This is nothing but publicity for them.
I mean, he's quite well spoken, though.
He is. He's very well spoken.
Very detailed and everything. I was kind of surprised on how detailed it was.
Yeah,
But
I think they got the evidence. I do think they got the evidence, but the fact that he made it a class lawsuit is going to be
yeah, that's what he messed
tough.
up at.
It's going to be tough because now you got to get
Mhm.
other people involved to even. First, you got to get the players association coaching the players and the coaching association just to agree with this with the
There's
lawyers.
gonna
That's
be
why you got to
nobody
go his own
active.
form.
That's the thing. It's gonna be nobody active. It's gonna be a lot of former and former. And sometimes when you
Mhm.
former, you don't have like that much credibility.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And then yeah, I mean, like I said, it's that class lawsuit. That's the only thing I can say, like. But I think he got the evidence. It's just
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it's
very
going.
telling. I mean, it's something that's always been questioned, and it seems more and more each year oblivious that shit like that is going on.
Yeah,
I mean, what
Oh, of
Dad said
course.
was very telling.
Of course it was. What Dad said, about,
when
him,
they
they
playbook.
basically running the same plays. He's lined up in the same position. Nothing new going on. It was just one of those where, yeah, I mean, it makes you think. And Mr. Jones, here's the thing, and credit to you. What do you always call Dan Snyder? You call him Little Jerry Jones. And one
Yeah,
of the allegations that came out against Dan Snyder was that he was paying the referees extra money to make sure that the Washington Redskins, well now the Commanders, but the Redskins were losing games at home. And it makes you think now with the Dallas Cowboys. Because as I told you before yesterday when we was talking on group text, I can here's the thing, and me, I'm a sports better as well. So it pisses me off when I miss a parlay by one, or I don't bet on something that, I'm saying, I think that I should have, because it always leaves me at what if, because I was so close. And that's what I think about the Cowboys. It's one thing if the Dallas Cowboys went in there and they were getting blown out, 14 points, 20 points, but we always find a way to come back, or we always find a way to lose the lead, or at least just keep up enough to make it interesting. And then there's always a controversial play where what I'm saying, where the officials, and we want to sit up there and blame them year after year in the playoffs. It was from Romo when he was playing with the Dez catch, from when Dak was playing. Uh, what is it, that first go around? And I know Aaron Rodgers and everything came down with the two,
yeah,
what I'm saying, good catches for the field goal, but it was some controversial calls in that game. And then what else? It was another controversial call that happened that year that we beat Seattle. No, yeah, because I think we beat Seattle that first go around, and then we had to turn around and play. We had to turn around and play the Rams. So it is what it is with that. And then even just this past loss that we had, everybody's blaming the referees for, the excessive penalties that they called, the umpire not getting down there to, touch the ball and things like that. So
Fuck,
it's
how
just
fast can we
it's
run?
that's what I'm saying.
Like
So it's just one of
60
those
years
things where
old.
it's just one of those things where it's like, is Jerry in on this shit at this point? I know you say you want to win, but you have the most profitable franchise in the league, and you have not won in 26
It's
years.
sports.
So
In sports, brother.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, yeah, the most profitable franchise in sports. So at this point, why even? It's like we don't need to win. I could keep having close losses and still keep getting these idiots to believe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
they gonna spend their money because he got that $1 billion or what $1.5 billion stadium that's used for everything. I'm gonna get my money back one way or another. That's pretty
Oh
much
my
what
god.
he's
WrestleMania be there in a couple of months.
exactly. So it's like he's gonna get his money back for it. He's gonna get his
Yeah.
money back.
And that's
But
2 nights now. 2 nights.
yeah.
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 He get
But let's not forget about. I mean, out of this whole situation too. Let's not forget about that bullshit ass memo they sent out like yesterday.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that PR
that
bush.
go ahead, talk about it.
They should just
basically,
tell the truth. The Rooney
yes,
Rule, we never cared about it. We're gonna disbar it from now on. It
yeah.
doesn't exist.
Now here's the question I had from our podcast. And I'm gonna bring it to y'all.
Uh-huh.
Uh, do you think they should rethink this Rooney Rule and just let it go?
It's already gone. Don't need to
Yeah.
It's already gone.
I mean, just like flat out, just let it like not even bring it up no more. Just let it be. It's coaching searches, like
Because nobody ain't named this name, but I think Jim Caldwell was a great candidate for a job easily anywhere.
Yeah,
Oh, of
I
course.
think
He had
Marvin
a
Lewis could have. Yeah, I
he
think
had a
Marvin Lewis could
winning
have
he
go
had a
somewhere.
winning record with them fucking Lions.
Yeah, and he still got fired.
Yeah.
And Detroit has not been right since. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They haven't been right with Calvin Johnson. They haven't been right with Jim Caldwell since that until they get
Barry.
right with them.
It
And
started with
Barry, yeah,
Barry. Started with Barry.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
Like, come on. Scott Mitchell, that's the best y'all can do.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. At the time, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Herman
was
Moore
like,
saying
So
the same thing.
so I'm gonna be honest,
yeah.
and I'm gonna just say this. What I wanted to, I guess, spend like 30 to 45 seconds on was the whole tanking ordeal.
Yeah.
You've heard me criticize, you've heard me and Mr. Jones say it on this show plenty of times that the NFL is rigged. And I still stand true to that today.
Sports and
One of the
entertainment.
exactly one of the easiest ones for me was so they have what they call prop betting in these apps. And at halftime, it was Jimmy G to throw an interception plus 250. Matthew Stafford's was like plus 400. The higher the odds, the less likely it is to happen. So with me, what I like to do is, and I do this as well with my basketball games, is I'll wait until the team that I think is going to win will get down in the game. This way, the odds are higher, so you don't have to parlay. You could just bet on one game, and then you'll get your payout because it'll be like plus 700. Like last night, the Lakers. I knew that the Lakers were going to come back. Unfortunately, I fell asleep and couldn't get the bet in, but they were down 20 at the half. The odds went up to like plus 700. So if I put $100 down, I would have won my $100 back plus 700. So
They've been coming back. You're right. That Clippers
yeah,
game
they
was
have.
very interesting.
Yeah, that Clippers game wasn't.
That shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off. I don't even want to talk about it, but
I was watching
I
that at the
lost money on
casino.
that. Yeah.
Like I was like, Russ finally passed the ball.
Yeah,
Clutch.
Exactly.
And then Reggie Jackson just went down there. Oh,
exactly. So with the Jimmy G thing, I was like, okay. And so once the third quarter started, I was like, all right. I let it get up to about, it was like plus 350. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is probably the highest that it's going to go. Let me click on it, and I'm going to put a bet in. You know what DraftKings told me? Suspended. So I was like, okay, it's suspended, whatever. So it's suspended, and come to find out, guess what? It was suspended for the rest of the game. I was able to bet on Matthew Stafford to throw an interception, but and literally Jimmy G's odds kept increasing, but it kept saying suspended. So it went to plus 550. I think it went all the way up to like plus 850. And I was like, yo, I kept clicking it. I closed my app, went back in there. It kept saying suspended, but it allowed me to bet on Stafford and his props. I kept trying to bet on Jimmy G throwing a pick. It would not let me do it for the rest of the game. Literally from about the 9 to 10 minute mark of the third quarter on for the rest of the game. And then what does he do on the last drive? So I had to go to the flash betting where I knew it was going to happen. And I threw some money on a turnover happening versus it being a Jimmy G interception. And Jimmy G threw a pick that last drive to end the game. I was pissed. So it's just one of those things where when stuff like that happens, you gotta kind of you question these things at this point. Like, did they know that it was gonna happen?
Bruh, simple as this. WWE you can bet on DraftKings. That's enough said.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
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 And that's just scripted. That shit's scripted. That shit is scripted, like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I mean, like, it's crazy. Like the whole NFL thing, like in general, is like it's crazy.
And I've just seen some and I've just seen some questionable things throughout the year where I'm just like, why the fuck did that happen? Or why is this referee all of a sudden starting to get flag happy and all that kind of stuff? So,
I mean, it's been building the past several years, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now sports gambling is like a multi-billion-dollar industry every single year. Like it's crazy that
because you can bet on literally anything now. I mean, e-gaming is a lot of fucking money on betting on that.
Yep. And here's the thing, I don't necessarily want to go at the players because obviously the players, they have their integrity. I think it's more so on. I do believe that they get to certain players, but I'm gonna say that it's more so on the referees when I say that a game is fixed. Because all you need is for a ref to get flag happy. Yeah. All you need is for a ref to get flag happy and slow down the momentum. That's all you need at the end of the day. That's all you need.
So the integrity is out the game.
Oh yeah.
For officiating, yeah. I say for officiating, yeah. Not the players, but associating, yeah. Officiating, yes. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody like I'm trying to think of somebody highly respected. Let's say like an investigation come out for Ed Hockley or something like that. Right before the Super Bowl, they find out he's betting on games. You think that ain't going? You don't think that's going to make the NFL look bad? Like, you know, certain things like that. So, I think the officiating is definitely like a little fishy though, if you really think about it, because they got their own union and everything too. So, I'm pretty sure they know what's going on.
I mean, it don't matter at the end of the day. The NBA survived it. They definitely going to survive it.
Oh, of course they're going to survive it.
Yeah, I mean, his problem before
that nigga Tim Donnie, he coached some important ass games, bro. That game 7 between the Kings and Lakers.
Guess who was the quote unquote commissioner at that time too, though. He's in the Hall of Fame too, in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, David Stern. David Stern. Yeah.
He knew about it the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you gotta remember where he started at though. Remember, NBA was the cokehead league back then.
That's what I'm saying. Before
he was getting banned left and right. People was getting fist fights on TV and everything. He cleaned the joint up. Got Jordan up in there.
Yep.
Rigged the draft so the Knicks could get Patrick Ewing. I don't care what nobody said.
Oh no, that joint was definitely rigged. When you looked at it, that was definitely when you actually look at it, the Knicks was not supposed to have the first overall pick there.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
I don't even think they had a losing record that year, if I'm not mistaken.
To be honest, just happened to pick that one envelope, huh?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, that's the only thing.
Piece of paper. The one with the bent tip.
I mean, literally, you could bet on. Here's the thing: you could bet on the color of the Gatorade shower. Like, it's so much that you could bet on.
I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna bet on a lot of that shit just for fun.
I am too. Yeah, I get into flash betting more in the playoffs and the Super Bowl because, you know what I'm saying, less games and you want to try to get as much money. I'm definitely going to be flash betting. That ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah, but that's right. The shit is just...
It's going to get a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's really going to be a lot with the Super Bowl coming up. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get a lot with this Pro Bowl coming up in today. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be some bets for some Pro Bowl stuff as well.
Honestly, that's for the real game. I'm not even wasting my money on that shit.
That shit is ass.
Of course, it's ass.
Like, it's better than the actual game.
Like putting side by side with the NHL skills. That shit is ass. NHL shit is way better.
There's no reason why Micah Parsons should have been able to beat Tyreek Hill in a 40-yard
He ain't care. Tyreek Hill don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he ain't care.
Of course.
See, they had pride back there. Guarantee you put Eric Metcalf ass back there, he gonna try to smoke his ass.
Shit, you know
Mhm.
Remember
Daryl
him
Green
and
back
Daryl
then.
Green was racing? Yeah, like they took that shit serious back then.
Mhm.
I mean,
That shit,
Tyreek Hill know he's the fastest player in the league. He don't care about no daggone Pro Bowl
you
showcase.
know,
Like
you
he
know
don't
what
care.
my hashtag is? Bring back quarterback club. That was the greatest.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Let them get a week. Let them get a week off in April. Pay them some money. Let's see who can throw the
Mhm.
furthest. Who's the most accurate? That's all we care about anyway. The damn quarterbacks.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Brady will
But
come back for a guest appearance. He'll do one of them.
Yeah.
it's just gonna be one of those things where are you gonna let the Super Bowl quarterbacks play? Because you know they trying to do the whole where like Super Bowl guys they got to play and they take the
Mhm.
breaks longer. So is the NFL
Yeah.
gonna allow them to participate? That's gonna be the thing because everybody want to see Matthew Stafford throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? They
Well,
want to
here's
see Joe Burrow throw the
See,
ball.
back then they was
well.
willing to do it. I mean, Brett Favre did a couple of them. You know, Brett Favre
Yeah,
did one after he won.
that's true.
Yeah. Well. Here's the thing. Here's what I think needs to happen with the Pro Bowl, and why we're getting such trash. It needs to mean something.
It's
So
hard
one of
because
the
it's
things.
after the playoffs and everything. So are you gonna make it mean something for next year?
No. It's not after the playoff. Well, technically, yeah, it's after the playoffs. But here's what I think that you do. You have it. I don't know. Maybe you change. Damn it, Mr. Jones. But anyway, either you change when it happens, or maybe you have it so it is this week before the Super Bowl, and you say, "Hey, that winning team gets to be the home team and pick what jerseys that they're wearing for the Super Bowl instead of alternating years." You know what I'm saying? Because on even years, it's the AFC that's the home team. On odd years, it's the NFC. There's no fun in that. It's
But
not.
here's my thing though. I don't want my faith blind in these motherfucking hands. No, they ain't gonna take it serious. It got to be some type of like incentive or something.
Well, I think you get money for playing in the Pro Bowl, but the
Like they
problem
need
is,
more. The
yeah,
MVP
that's what
get
I'm saying. Yeah,
MVP get 1 million. Each player get 500,000 or something for it.
exactly.
Damn
Yeah,
simple.
I think that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I think yeah.
yeah.
Pro Bowl MVP. I think here's what you do. You do it like this. You have an AFC. You have one Pro Bowl MVP. Whoever gets that gets an extra $1 million bonus. That way, you'll have players playing because if I'm on a rookie
Yeah,
contract, especially if I well, obviously it can't happen this year, but like if I'm Jamar Chase and I'm not in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna play because $1 million on a rookie contract. Shit, that sounds good to me.
that's what I'm saying. They
You
got
know what I'm saying?
because that's the only way you're gonna do it because they already at a disadvantage by doing it so late. All the
Yeah,
other ones do it in the
Mhm.
middle of the season, so they can make it mean something like baseball. You
That's
win,
true.
you get
Yeah,
home
yeah,
field advantage.
you
You
get
know
home
what I mean?
field.
exactly. Nah, I agree. And even NBA All Star, what does theirs mean? Is theirs home field as well or home court?
No, I think I think it's more of the I think it's money for real, for real.
Well,
Gotcha.
entertainment wise, NBA will always be up there because the game is made to entertain and dazzle
Yeah,
people.
Yeah,
It's in
yeah,
an
but
arena like a theater. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like football is
But
Yeah,
outside like gladiators. You know?
yeah. But you know, a lot of
gotcha.
them get their endorsement money through that All Star Weekend. So it's like they more in it
That's
for
true
the
too.
Yeah.
advertisement more than the actual game. See, NFL, I don't
Random,
think the NFL got any type of advertisement for the game to make the
random. Who the hell in
players
the
actually
Gotcha.
dunk
want to play.
contest? Ain't they announced the dunk
Uh,
contest yet?
Who's it? Obi
yeah,
Toppin, yeah, Obi Toppin, John Morant, I believe,
Ooh,
yeah.
and
Ja
Morant.
is in there. Hmm.
um, I forgot the other two. I know it's Opie and Ja. I know it's them two. I know it's the kid from Golden State too. I forgot his name. Number 95. He's supposed to be in it.
That ain't talking about.
And I forgot the last guy. I really
Yeah.
forgot the last one.
I mean, and here's the thing too. Another thing that you could talk about when you say, "Hey, NFL being rigged," just to get back to Flores and his comments. So, okay, first time is luck.
Mhm.
Second time, it's not a coincidence. You got to start looking at stuff and examining. So last year, You got a veteran QB who was a longtime QB of a team, went to another team, picked up a quote unquote media acclaimed diva wide receiver. And that diva wide receiver came back in the middle of the year due to suspension and all that kind of stuff, and helped push them over the hump. And they not only went to the Super Bowl in their home stadium, but they won the Super Bowl. Same thing happened this year, except for you instead of Tom Brady being picked, I mean, instead of Matthew Stafford being picked up as a free agent, obviously he was acquired during the offseason, but a media acclaimed diva wide receiver was acquired in the middle of the season, which is OBJ. He comes on and plays phenomenal the last 6 games of the season. Now that team, and he was one of the pieces that pushed them over the hump, and now they're playing in their home stadium again. I mean, well, not again, but they're playing in their home stadium. So this has happened 2 years in a row. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, for the Super Bowl. Like, come on, man.
That's crazy how that happened after 50 plus years, right?
Exactly. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
But I mean, especially
is it gonna be in Dallas next season?
Oh my goodness.
No, actually, isn't it in Vegas next season?
It's Vegas next season.
2 years.
No, 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. So who is it next year?
I think it's is New Orleans.
Oh well, we already know they're not gonna be in it. Hold on, let me see.
They might not even make the playoffs. You're right. I don't know. If they keep Jameis, I think Jameis get him in there.
All right, hold on. I'm about to tell you right now. Oh, it's in Arizona.
Are they back
I
in
don't
Arizona
know.
again?
Yeah, so hey, I don't know if you're a Cardinals fan and you thought that, this was supposed to be your year. You may have a lot to build on. I'd say pick the Arizona Cardinals.
True.
Only thing is they terrible at home. That's the only thing about it.
And guess what? And here's the thing. And here's the funny thing, Tay. That's why I'm actually going to take them in the preseason to go to the Super Bowl. You know why? Because they're so terrible at home. And here's the thing. The NFL would love to write that. Oh my gosh, one of the worst home teams somehow is hosting their Super Bowl in their home stadium.
I think Matthew Stafford and them probably have something to say about that.
Yeah, but honestly, here's what I can see happening, especially if the 49ers, because I told you all, with Tom Brady leaving, obviously Drew Brees the year before, the NFC is in shambles right now. I already told y'all the representative for the Super Bowl is going to come out of the NFC West, probably for the next couple years, because because of the stiff level of competition. So with that being said, I would not be surprised if the Arizona Cardinals, was that third team in the NFC West again to limp into the playoffs, and they have to play on the road the entire playoffs and then get the home game in the Super Bowl. Wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it is possible. I mean, NFC gonna be crazy anyway because
it is.
The last of the old guys is pretty much gone. So it's like, it's pretty much.
Aaron Rodgers is the only one still holding on.
Yeah,
I think
Aaron Rodgers,
guess what?
Yeah, he might
Aaron Rodgers need to think about the 49ers first. He need to think about beating them first before he can think about any Super Bowl. Let's be honest.
Well, here's another thing too. That you're gonna have to think about. So Josh McDaniels is over there in Vegas, so maybe they take a year off of this narrative, and just have two neutral teams because of it's Arizona and they don't want it to happen like that. And then the next year, after it's long gone out of everybody's minds and it's blew over, the Las Vegas Raiders and Josh McDaniels are in the Super Bowl.
Nah,
I don't know. Okay,
I would go to that fucking game if it happens. Nah,
I think that'll happen more than the Cardinals going to Glendale to go to there. I can see that.
Hey, do you you give OBJ Senior Father of the Year? Because he did get a son up out of this.
Yeah, I mean,
He did get a son up
I
out
mean,
of
for
this.
right now,
It's
I'm looking.
between
Hold on,
him
I'm
and
thinking about
LeVar.
all the.
LeVar's always in the running.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, LeVar Ball. Yeah, it's between LeVar Ball and OBJ Senior.
Lonzo hooping.
It is.
LaMelo hooping. He
yeah,
good.
LaMelo, like he might be the best one for it, but that's just me.
No, he is the best overall. But Lonzo, I mean, his team is playing very well this year.
Yeah.
They
He's a
are.
good
I
part
The
mean,
of it.
Bulls, yeah.
yeah.
He's
But
a
we
good
already
part
know.
of it.
Yeah, but we already know who the problem was in Cleveland. Nobody, like I said, nobody in that Cleveland organization or fan base wants to admit it. That's the only thing about it. They already know who the problem is. They just don't want to admit it.
Yep.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
And it ain't Nick Chubb.
But
So
nope. Here's the thing.
Number
So
six.
I mean, just to wrap it up, salute to Brian Flores. Somebody did have to say it. Somebody had to do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
But
I'm glad
the
he
thing
did.
is, I'm glad that he did it as well. But it's just one of those things where, do we really think that change is going to come of this?
No.
nah, because the good old boys still they still own. Like a lot of people forget it, and then a lot of people in the media that follow football like we do know at the end of the day it can't be a Roger Goodell call because Roger Goodell worked for 32 other people. They pay his salary.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's the key thing about this whole situation. That's the key
Talk
thing.
about it.
It's not Roger Goodell. It's the owners. The owners are in control of his salary. So it's like for them to get that vote of confidence, for him to keep continuously being the commissioner of the league, he has to follow those rules.
He does.
The only thing he can do is that bullshit memo that they wrote up. That's the only thing he can do from his standpoint to make it look like they care.
Well, here's the thing, sir. You know that they're going to bring out outside people to look and see, how the NFL can improve on this, diversity and inclusion and things like that in these key positions.
Just like they're trying to get outside people for the Daniel Snyder situation, which nobody's talking about right now.
So you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's go ahead and talk about old Danny boy.
I'm going to exclude myself from this conversation.
Nah, man.
Because I care about my health.
Okay, I'll let you. All right, yeah.
Y'all enjoy talking about that cocksucker. I'll be back.
Yeah. So here's the issue again. More allegations have come out about Dan Snyder and sexual assault and inappropriate behavior. Yeah, toxic work environment, everything as an NFL owner.
Yep.
Is the plug ever going to be pulled on this guy?
He's part of the club. As long as he's part of the club, as long as he don't turn his back on the club, he will be forever protected. Because if that was anybody else, truthfully, if I think that was like somebody like I'm trying to think of an organization that's popular, but the owner. I'll say Miami. I say it like this: if the dude in Miami would have pulled any of this, half of that stuff that he was like Daniel Snyder was doing, I'm pretty sure they would have got rid of him already. Because he's low market.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's low market, and I mean, well, let's be real. Along with him being low market, they're probably going to force him to sell because he's already sold a great deal of that team anyway in Miami. So to make this Flores thing go away, they're going to what's the name? They're going to make him sell the rest of the team and bow out. He's old anyway. I think he's like in his 80s or 90s. So at this point, he could just sit back and retire. Like he doesn't need to do anything else. But just to get back to Dan Snyder, it's just one of these things where how long is this guy going to continue to get away with this? Like one cheerleader said that it got to the point where it was so uncomfortable because she was at a dinner with him that she had to like grab his hand because he kept putting it on her lap, going up, you know what I'm saying, touching her inappropriately. So
I mean, it's
Yeah.
out. I mean, it's out. It's too continuously. It's too continuous. Like
And where
at
there's
first, I
smoke,
think it was
there's
like
fire.
yes, because it's been over. I think including the line of cheerleaders now, it's been over 30 cheerleaders as of right now
Yeah. Yep.
that have that has at least complained or has some type of case against him. But the NFL, they don't want to bring the federal investigations in because I mean the federal bureau in for some weird reason. NFL don't want to do it.
That's not weird because he get his ass locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at
They
some
lock
point,
him up.
somebody got to make a message. Somebody got to be the message at this point. I mean, Robert Kraft at least went to court. Robert Kraft at least went to court.
Yeah, but I knew that wasn't gonna hold up.
It wasn't gonna hold.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna stick. I said Kraft done gave too much to the NFL in the last 20 years. Honestly, his team has covered up a lot. His team has provided so much entertainment over the years.
Exactly.
I knew they wasn't gonna let nothing happen to old Bob. I knew it. That's why when he got the charges, I said, "What are we doing with this? What is he gonna do? Pay a small fine of like $5,000 and keep it moving? Like seriously, nothing was gonna happen to Kraft." But as far as Snyder, Redskins are top 5 most profitable franchises right now in the NFL. Nothing's gonna happen to him. Nothing's gonna happen to him. It's just not. They'll bring in more women who are okay with that, culture and accepting a couple bonuses for some extra work.
Yeah,
that's all that's gonna happen.
I mean, it's crazy.
They'll pay out. Yeah, here's the thing: they're gonna pay out some of these women that are speaking and foul. They'll pay them out because they know that that's all they want, and unfortunately, most of that money is gone within a couple years anyway. So they're just like, hey, pay them their little $60,000 that they want, or $100K, keep it moving. Because guess what? One of the things and here's another reason why they're gonna stand up for old Snyder is at the height of this whole Brian Flores thing, what derailed his investigation or got people at least not thinking about his investigation for a little while? The release of the Commanders and that name and all that merchandise, which was the number one selling team on Fanatics.com. Number one.
That's true. Yep, that's true. People was buying jerseys, hats, everything at the store.
Exactly.
Everything.
Making fight songs, and they knew social media would erupt and clown them. Oh my gosh, it's the Commanders. Now Brian Flores is kind of like in the middle, and I'm gonna tell you right now, what's gonna push Brian Flores completely to the back if there's no new evidence that comes out. Once the Super Bowl happens Sunday, especially if it's oh my goodness, I'm telling you right now, this halftime show is gonna be phenomenal. The Super Bowl is gonna be phenomenal. Honestly, we may see the first Super Bowl go into double overtime. This may be the first NFL Super Bowl ever to go into double overtime. They gonna pull out all the stops. Yeah.
But no, they got I mean, I'm thinking like because it's the federal bureau, I'm like, man, they gotta step in. They got to at this point. I mean, it's too many. But the NFL won't let them. Clearly we know why. We know why. It's got to be a way they can override that. It has to be. It has to be a way to.
They ain't letting that man take the perp walk, man.
Nope. That's
they thought that John Gruden. Yeah, they thought that John Gruden.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying they must have thought that John Gruden thing was gonna make it go away completely. Just letting him go and out the league. They just thought that was gonna let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you got more people coming out. Like, like you can't silence everybody. You know, that's the only thing.
Yeah, no, you can't. Here's the thing, you can't. But when you got a bunch of billionaires and they're all banding together, it's too much money. Because here's the thing: if we think about it, think about some of the people who finally tapped out. Cap tapped out and signed a non-disclosure, NDA about the money that he received and how much he received. He fought it until he couldn't fight anymore. NDA, boom, he got his money. Now he doing his little Netflix documentaries and his Nike commercials. That's it. Brady. Y'all remember when Brady kept fighting for Spygate? I mean, not Spygate, Deflategate. They backed all the people they need to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it
Yep.
is.
Yep. When we talk about but when we talk about Tom Brady took it to district court. He was going to take it to Supreme Court, but then
Supreme Court.
the
Yep.
NFLPA was like, "Hey, we running out of money. Tom, you want to put some of you and Giselle's money up? You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and take this 4 games." The NFL, they can drag this out, and
He
believe me,
won though.
because Brady
Brady
didn't
won.
win. He did. No, he didn't. No, he
Then
didn't.
he went to New York.
He won in New York, but then they turned around and they took it to he won in New York, but then they turned around and imposed it again. So he had to take it to district court
District Court. Yeah.
where he lost. And the only other thing would have been Supreme Court, which was, even more money. He would have had to take it to DC. It's just like Zeke. Zeke kept fighting, getting the, what I'm saying, hey, you can't touch me for 3 or 4 games. And the NFL said, no, we're coming after you. You're going to serve the suspension. And then finally, Zeke, they fought as long as they could. And all right, I just got to let it happen. That's how it is. Their money is too long. Yep, exactly. He missed training camp. And then he would play like 2 games and then be suspended for a game and then play 3 games. It was a mess. So
I think the only thing he could have done was play preseason games that year too. On top of that, so only thing he was missing training camp. Plus, he only could play preseason games.
Yep. So at the end of the day, it's just too much money. And here's the thing: I'm rooting for Flores because I want change to happen. But honestly, the real change that should happen, people aren't going to. Here's the thing: people aren't going to do because the money isn't there yet. And the change that should happen should be more players should leave, especially like lower tier. I'm not saying that your top guys like your Deshaun Watsons and your Russell Wilsons, they shouldn't leave and go do this, but maybe your Geno Smiths, your who else? Your Geno Smiths, your some of your other backup black QBs and other wide receivers who are 4th string and 5th string out there should leave and go to the XFL. It's black owned. So at least you playing for, your own people, and then you help build that brand. The problem is with the XFL is that they don't have a lot of money to pay the players, and literally the coaches are the highest paid on the team. The coaches actually get $500K a year or something like that. I think that's the average salary for a coach.
Yeah.
Where the average salary for a player, I think, is like $75 to $100K a year.
So that's the highest paid.
Yeah, and that's the highest. Exactly. So we're talking about guys who's going to get, $20,000 for the year. You know what I'm saying?
NFL will end up buying them if they get very successful anyway.
Of course they are.
Of course
that's
they
what
are.
It'd be like they new World Football League or some shit like that.
Yep.
And then they're gonna let it crash and burn like they did with the other league, and then they're gonna be like, it ain't up. We bought it off with our hands. We tried. That's what they're gonna say. We tried.
Yeah, because here's the thing, and like I told people, I said because I was having a discussion with my brother, he was like, nah, people love The Rock and they gonna play. I said, I get that, but here's what you also have to understand: the NFL's checkbooks are bigger. So let's say if there's a promising running back or wide receiver or even quarterback that's coming up in that league in the XFL, and let's say they only getting $75,000 a year. Hey man, they only paying you $75,000 a year. Shit, man. You see what Dak just got? Shit, you see what the QB market is in the NFL? I could give you $25 million a year. You come on over here. I could give you $30 million a year for you to come over here and be the starter for the Houston Texans or the Jacksonville Jaguars or somebody like that. What you think they're gonna do?
Yeah, sure. They're gonna leave. 1-year deals are $15 million.
It's not like the USFL back in the day.
No.
Because they came at the right time. NFL was like kind of on the. They
Yeah,
No, they
wasn't
was
as
on the decline.
international they were
Yeah,
at the
they was on the
time.
decline.
Trump and them had money like a motherfucker. Was it Ted
Yeah.
Turner, Trump, and
yeah,
some other motherfuckers? They all had money,
exactly.
and they took some of the
And
top
that,
players from drafts, like Jim
yep,
Kelly,
Jim
then
Kelly,
Warren
Steve
Moon,
Young.
Steve Young, Warren Moon.
yep, yep. And that's another thing. And that's what I told people. I said, if you got, I said, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. I hope the best for the XFL because I actually got to attend the games with the XFL. Like I got
Mm-hmm.
to attend a game or two. It's exciting and it reminds me of how football used to be with the big hits and how players were hungry and just wanted to play football. But the problem is it's going to be the revenue.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem. And like what I told people is if Trump, who is one of their boys, you know what I'm saying, the other side, if he's one of their boys and he failed at the XFL, why do you think The Rock is going to be successful? Why? Because he's the highest paid actor in America, loves him in movies. Okay, great. That's not going to make them rush to the games. And I'm
No.
going to tell you another thing that the XFL was missing out on. I went to those games. I didn't even have to pay for parking. Try parking near an NFL stadium and see if your shit is going to be there when you get back. You could try it. When I went to go see New England,
$50,
when I
$100 event parking.
Yeah,
exactly.
easy.
Let me tell y'all something. When I went to go see that Patriots and Chiefs game, it was a Sunday night game. Mahomes and Brady classic back and forth matchup. I think back in 2018. Yeah, that year the Patriots went on to play the Rams in the Super Bowl. I parked a mile and a half. Yeah, okay. I parked a mile and a half from the stadium and still ended up paying like $30 or $40 and had to walk all that way. Okay, it ain't gonna happen with the NFL. It's just
Can we,
not.
can we take that name off the banner, please?
Oh,
What? Oh yeah,
I do want the XFL to see because the football do need another league outside the NFL to like
They got
carry
one
on.
football all year. Man, give basketball a chance. Jesus Christ.
well, no, I have been watching basketball, but what I want the XFL to see because I do want football all year round. But the problem is, it's just so difficult because, like you all said, if the NFL, I mean, if the XFL starts to get successful, or even with this one, the USFL, if the USFL, which is coming in the springtime, if that
They
gets
coming back?
successful, yeah, USFL is
Yeah,
coming back.
it's
It's
actually in
starting in
April.
like March. Yeah, it's in April. That's what it is. It's starting in April. So
Interesting.
USFL is coming back. But it's one of those things where you better not pose too much of a threat. You better be good. You better be good just enough to be a high level semi pro league. Because if you actually start breeding talent from that league, NFL just going to take out their checkbooks and say, hey,
We're
we
gonna
need
take him
you.
anyway. XFL had one season and they two biggest stars went straight to the NFL.
Yep,
Ross Smart, he hate me, and fucking Tommy Maddox.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, but it took the XFL for them to actually get that second chance though.
It did.
Especially Tommy Maddox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was out there trying looking like Shane Falco before XFL.
Yeah, then he had a decent season in Pittsburgh after that. He had a decent season in Pittsburgh.
He did.
And then Ben went ahead and took that spat and made a Hall
Took
of
that
Fame
spot
career
from
out
him.
of
Exactly.
it.
Goatless burger. Okay.
But I mean, yeah, and I want the XFL to succeed though. I want them to be like a development, league for
Yeah. For the NFL.
for the time being. Yeah, for the NFL,
Yeah.
for that. I just hope like the NFL, well, not even the NFL. I just hope both sides in general, if they really wanted to do it like this, they should get in contact. I think they still in contact with the CFL and make that like a
Yeah.
joint venture. If they could do that, that will help out a lot compared
Yeah,
to
but
being in the NFL.
But you gotta remember the rules and all that shit. CFL players gotta adjust to them rules. And, yeah.
yeah. Well, and here's another issue too that you're going to run into is college players are getting paid now.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
let's say if I'm that top recruit that says, hey, you know what? I don't want to go to college. I just want to start making money. So I'm going to go to the XFL or the USF or the USFL. Hey man, Nike just came through and actually said they give you $2 million, man, if you do 2 years at Florida or 2 years at Alabama. Really? Okay, cool. All right. I go to college then. You get what I'm
I
saying?
go to
It's
college.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I go to
Now the thing
college.
is,
You know?
the thing is with them in NILs, are they full?
Yeah,
Are they
NIL.
guaranteed as soon as they sign with the school, or is it after you make
Yes.
it pro?
No. It's guaranteed while you're in school.
Oh yeah, I'll be going to school too. Shit.
Exactly what I'm saying.
If
And
you that
that's
recruit from
why
IMG Academy, that's where you go.
exactly. And here's the thing. And one of the things that I just want to touch on real quick for just a quick minute. That's why the NCAA coaches are
They hate
against
it.
it. You know why? Because they're losing their leverage now. See, before
Yeah.
you could go out there and tell that quarterback or that running back, hey, you better go out there and do this. Because if you don't, I'll pull you from the game and your draft stock will go down. Now you can't pull me from shit. Nike wants to see me out there. Adidas wants to see me out there. You can pull me from the game if you want to. You're gonna get a call from their top executives. They're gonna call the athletic director and say, hey, what the fuck is this that I'm hearing that such and such ain't going out there to play this game because he missed curfew. Y'all better get his ass in the game or fuck them uniforms that we making this year. Seriously. You get what I'm saying? It gets into that. That's why the coaches, trust me, you're gonna see a lot of coaches either bow out gracefully in the NCAA or have a different type of attitude.
We're gonna
Yeah,
make
that
a bitch
whole
to
like
Singapore University. Let's get this
yeah.
money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that whole like I got 5 rings shit ain't gonna work in the kitchen table no more. It's like how much you gonna
Nope.
get my kid? How much you
Exactly.
gonna get my kid?
Exactly. Here's the
We
thing.
want
We
the
saw.
we want that
Here's the
Nike
thing.
and we want a mansion. That's what they
Exactly.
want.
Exactly. Here's the thing. We've seen previously in the beginning, Coach K, he got 4 national titles, or this coach got, this many rings and all that. Hey, I'm gonna get your boy there. We're gonna get him up there on the platform so his draft stock goes up. Now, shit, I don't need you. I done built my brand in high school. Nike trying to pay me this, or Adidas want to pay me this, or Prada want to pay me that. What do I need you for, coach?
And
Hey,
let's not forget the transfer portals too. That help out with them the NILs. Them help out a lot too.
Yeah, that will too. Yeah, because guess what? If somebody's at a D2 school or Division 1 AA and they balling out, hey, listen, I'm hearing Oregon needs a quarterback next year because of A, B, and C, or I'm hearing Alabama needs a quarterback because of A, B, and C. Transfer portal, boom, here's your money.
Yeah.
Come on through.
Yeah, because Caleb Williams just did that not too long ago. He transferred from Oklahoma to USC.
Yep. Shit, what's the name? Our boy Joe Burrow that we was just talking about. Even though the NIL deal wasn't in effect, he was a Buckeye, and then became a LSU Tiger, and then went on to win the national title. So, coaches don't. That's why the NCAA coaches are against it. They don't have any leverage anymore. Their leverage of being able to promise this and promise that, out the deal. Now I'm going to tell you,
this is TV time exposure.
Exactly. That's the only thing you can promise me. It's TV time. That's it.
That's why college basketball people still go to Duke and North Carolina. TV time.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah. And like MT said, they can't put them on the bench.
Nope. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, once all that
the max you can do is red shirt. That's the max you can do is red shirt. That's the max. They're gonna be playing red shirt. That's all they're gonna be doing.
Yeah. Or
Nick Saban, the only exception to the rule.
I mean, but here's the thing too.
He ain't
he ain't gonna be no exception. Nope. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. You think you're gonna tell a star wide receiver, or running back, or quarterback? He could do it to a linebacker or a defensive tackle,
DN.
But or a DN or something. But a quarterback or a running back or a wide receiver, shit. Nick Saban could try it if he want to.
They paying that man $15 million a year, bro. Dang.
I don't care what they paying him. Guess what? When the sponsors get involved and they say, "Hey, when they go to Nike and say, "Hey, what you got on this year's Chick-fil-A bowl or this year?" Man, we ain't got shit because our boy ain't been playing this year. We ain't got shit. Sorry.
And let's not forget the whole thing is too though. It actually it hurt. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt. It helps with the recruitment too. Because like you said, Nick Saban could walk right into that joint, be like, "Oh yeah, man, we can promise you get to the NFL, this and the third." Oh no, but Arkansas said they're gonna give me $5 million plus for me to go
exactly.
in.
Exactly. So then Nick,
Nick
gonna have to get on the phone. Exactly. And then Nick gonna have to get on the phone and call, hey, look, man, hey, somebody better call, you know what I'm saying, such and such, Adidas or whoever, tell them, hey, pump it up, give it. They offer him $5 million at Arkansas. I give him $8 million, or I give him $10 million. Come on over here.
Yeah. Can you imagine like number one running back in the country? Nick Saban go see him, and he's like, "Only thing I can promise you is that you're going to be in the NFL." Well, no, I just heard LSU and Ole Miss. They about to give me $3 million.
Exactly.
Just to go there.
Exactly.
Not to go to class. Just to go there. And I'm starting.
Exactly.
What I'm gonna sit behind another guy for 2 years for when I could go to this school with $3 million in my pocket, and I'm starting.
Yeah. So I could guess what? I could pull up in that Benz and I could spend my little 2 years in. I could spend my 2 years there and go ahead and be eligible for the draft. And I'm starting.
Mama gotta be happy.
What a cricket world we live in.
They're like, Mama gotta be happy too. Mama gotta be happy too. Mama gotta be
like
happy.
I said. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We far enough into the show now, so I can go ahead and say this for the people that are watching. One of the things, and I brought this up on the group text, one of the things that's funny to me, if we get back to the NFL, is it's funny how, COVID disappeared during the NFL playoffs, right? I mean, I didn't even think it existed. You know what I'm saying?
They lose that money. That's why they try to lose that money.
You know what I'm saying? Every week, all I kept seeing was, oh, this team is down 3 players. It was the outbreak with this team, 10 players. You know what I'm saying? They not. I saw all of that all season. Now all of a sudden, the NFL playoffs, there ain't nobody catch COVID. Nobody. Not a single person.
It was players caught it. It just wasn't starters. It was more like people in the practice squad and. It wasn't like starters.
And here's the thing. Young Draco was out there pulling guns on the valet people, so we know the players was out partying. It wasn't like they were staying in their hotel room. They was out doing their thing, but nobody caught COVID. And the height where everything was getting better. Man, please. That's why I tell people, listen, I'm not going to get on anybody. If you want to get, you know what I'm saying, the shots and everything, like, do what you got to do to continue to provide for your family. If your job is requiring it, go ahead and take it. My job isn't requiring it. So I'm not worried about it. Because if it was that serious, like, come on. We didn't have not one positive case on anybody of significance this entire NFL playoff. Nobody. 0.
Not one. Yeah, not one.
Come on, man.
Hey,
get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
And on that note.
Yeah, on that note, let's go ahead to New Music Friday. Mr. Jones, that wind is killing me, man.
Oh, yeah. The beautiful people landing last minute for the Pro Bowl. Yeah.
Trying to stand. Is it on? What the hell is it? All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about it while I'm trying to find a hashtag. But yeah, man, New Music Friday. How did y'all feel about the music? So what we had Yo Gotti that dropped. He actually dropped a double disc, and 2 Chainz also came out with an album. So I guess we'll start with 2 Chainz first. So how y'all feel about 2 Chainz and his album?
It's a solid project. That one's actually a solid project. I mean, I always like 2 Chainz though, so it's a solid project. I I could tell like including from like his Breakfast Club interview and everything. I could tell he's starting to go away from the trap a little bit. He's like actually rapping. He is one of the. He is a good rapper. Like when he don't do trap, he is a good rapper. He can rap on those beats. So this one actually showed it a little bit, but it's a solid project though. But you can slowly see it happening. You know, he's getting older too, so you know it's like that whole thing.
Okay. Mr. Jones.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, 2 Chainz did 2 Chainz. I mean,
yeah.
What else you want me to say? It's like any other 2 Chainz project to me. I don't know.
I was about to say, I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't have a problem because I know, like, we talked in the group text and y'all was saying, like, oh, it's trash.
I ain't saying it's trash.
No, I'm about to say that's Jones right there. I ain't saying
it's trash.
No.
I tell you, who said it's trash. This guy right here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what it was? It's tricking music. That's all it is. It's tricking music. So
yeah.
That's all it is. It's tricking music. If you're gonna go out there and pay the strippers, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna go out there and pay the strippers, trick off on some women. This is a great album. If you don't have the money to do that, which most of us don't, then you're just gonna be like, all right, it's average. It was a decent project. I listened to it this morning. I was like, it's not that bad.
The worst of Zeus.
Trash. Nah, it's average in my opinion. It's just average.
It's average.
It's average.
It's average at best.
Yeah, it's an average. I mean, but hold on. But here's my question, and the question is for Zeus and for you, Mr. Jones. 2 Chainz damn near like 50 years old. What do you expect from him at this point in his career? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I said it's all right. I said it's all right. I didn't say it was trash. I said it was all right.
Yeah, we're not gonna get.
When you get a certain age of life, you are who you are. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're not gonna get the two. We're not gonna get
it's that I'm trying to be conscious but ratchet.
Yeah, no. We're not gonna get true thrilling.
We're not gonna get Codeine Cowboy. We're not gonna get that.
No, we're not gonna get based on a true story 1 and 2. We're not gonna get any of that anymore.
I miss Titty Boy. We used to just say I'm 2 Chainz and I'm not 2 Chainz. I'm still Titty Boy.
Yeah.
The mixtapes. The Alicia Keys joint.
Boy anymore.
It's one of my favorite joints. The Alicia Keys joint. That's one of my favorite 2 Chainz tracks.
Okay.
And Rain. Rain was fire too when he did SWV joint.
Okay.
He said you better go to it together.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Start getting these acting credits. I'm surprised 2 Chainz don't do more acting though.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what do y'all think about Yo Gotti's album?
I'll let y'all go.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this: 2 Chainz album. Where do you rate it from 1 through 5? Because we always got to do that.
2.5.
Tay, where you got it? 2.5. Okay, Mr. Jones. 1. Say now, go ahead, Mr. Jones.
I actually give it a 3.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
As average as it could get. He wasn't mediocre. I went average. He actually disrespected more than me, and I think he enjoyed it more than me. That's the crazy thing about it.
But it's not his best though. I'm so used to like you said. I guess I'm just like that person where I'm like, because he switched his style. It's like, bro, I gotta get used to it again. Like it's like when you switch from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz. It's like I got to get used to that, and I got to get used to him just being 2 Chainz and no Titty Boy at all.
That's fine. I give it a 2. I give it a 2. I give it a 3 out of 5. I give it a 3.
Yes, sir.
Sir, pointless. What meaningful tracks do you want 2 Chainz to have? What real talk tracks do you want 2 Chainz to have? Please.
I think he did his real talking shit on his last album.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so help me God. Yeah, that was his. Yeah, that was his. That was like his growing up project.
No, he talking about Yo Gotti. A lot of pointless songs in there that could have waited. He talking about Yo Gotti.
You might
hold on. You might Nah, go
No,
ahead.
so
Go
we'll
ahead.
get to Yo Gotti. All right, so we'll get
I
to Yo
want to talk
Gotti's
about
album. What did you think of? So help me God. Oh yeah, nah. He's trolling. Stop putting the comments up there, Mr. Gunn. At this point, he's trolling. Just stop it. Just stop it. So help me God was not trash. But go ahead, Tay. Yo Gotti's album. Free game, basically. What did you think of that?
pretty much. It's all right. Actually, I mean, I'm not a real big fan of Yo Gotti.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of it, but I mean, it's a solid project compared to what he normally put out. He actually explored more. You know, he actually had more lyrical content in it, like than he did before. Also, I say the same shit over and over again for the past 12 years.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey,
Big head motherfucker.
He stepped his pen up a little bit.
Yeah, he stepped his pen up a little bit, so I was like, all right, I could respect it a little bit more. But yeah, overall, it's the same thing. I think it's just
the production was pretty decent.
Yeah, production was good, but I still say it's like an average project. Yeah, I still say it's average though. I think it's still like average, man.
CM10 average, got some bangers, but I don't know. Them features kind of carried them.
No.
You know, a few of them did. A few of them did. A few of them
did, but at the end of the day,
I think
I personally enjoyed CM10. Of course, yeah, Tay Keith. I mean, Tay Keith could definitely do it, but to me, Gotti, man, I'm glad that he gave us this. Production was definitely fire from start to finish on that album. I didn't think he picked a bad beat at all. Was it a couple songs that I was like, It was a couple songs on there I was like, it was average. Should have been on there, should have not. But one of the things that I like that he addressed indirectly was the whole Young Dolph murder. I felt like we got that on 2 songs. Cold Gangster, he sent some subliminals, and then No Contest, exactly.
Yeah.
He addressed it on there, basically saying, look, like, why y'all even putting my name in that shit? Like, y'all should know me better than that. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I own a soccer team now. Like, I'm not even wasting my time with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, well, sir, when you have a certain series of albums, that's what you're going to do. You're going to use that formula. But, again, Cocaine Music 10, to me, it was fire. And what I did like, and y'all may not like this, but if you notice,
stop! You trying to egg me on? You trying to egg me on?
Exactly.
You know how I feel. You see, I'm trying to be humble here. I'm gonna let MC have his
here's the thing. So here's the thing.
I know. Yes, every time it goes down.
I mean, but isn't that just about every song? Isn't that just like every artist though? Like they have their formula. Is that not every artist that has their same formula?
It's a few that switch up a lot. A few your favorite actually. Kanye
Who switches up.
You never get the same 2 Kanye's now.
Hello. Mentally, we don't get the same Kanye. Let's be real.
Like, I mean, it displays in his music.
Yeah,
exactly.
Same with Hove. You don't get the same Hove projects all the time.
Last couple Hove projects have been that real talk, black excellence, black wealth. Let's, you know.
Nah, 444 was different. That was like apology leather. You really got deep with 444.
Yeah, that was his response to Lemonade. Like literally, that was his response to that. Right?
Yeah, 444 exactly.
was the response to Lemonade.
That's another one. You don't get the same 2 J. Cole albums.
That's true.
No.
It's different.
For your eyes. And then that was his new joint is not like any other joint did.
It's not. But
Kendrick's different.
The first one, The Massacre, was 2 different albums.
I mean, but here's the thing though. 50 Cent, like, what does he come out with? Come on, man. Go ahead, keep going. Throw him out there. Go ahead, throw him out there. Who else? Dude? Since you can keep going, please keep going.
I mean, even though he fell off now, T.I. kind of did. I ain't gonna fake. T.I. kind of did too.
What?
Yeah.
He switched up a little bit when he after like trap music and urban legend and all that. He switched up. He switched up.
Yes.
He switched up after
He's trying to
Paper
say
Trail.
you can have whatever you like. He started being a
Yeah.
fly nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Tyler, yeah, Tyler's just
Mac
different.
Miller, yes.
Mac.
Tyler, yes. Gambino, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he went from a rap album to a 70 Souls album.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Kendrick.
so here's the thing. Yeah, Kendrick, yeah. But here's the thing, like with Gotti's album, like I said, I appreciated it. And what I think I heard samples of, and people may not the game. No, the game was kind of the game was kind of the same.
Stop it.
No,
Stop
no,
it.
the game
You
was
know
the
the
same.
game, name dropping.
Exactly, name dropping.
With bars. Nah, he got bars. He always had bars, but his name dropping.
Rick Ross. Yeah, Ross don't change. Ross didn't change.
Nah, Ross don't change. Now here's the thing. Here's what Ross. After Teflon Don, Ross was the same every single album. He gonna give you that Justice League type feeling, Heat Makers type. Yeah, that's what he's gonna give you. But no, man. But just to get back to Yo Gotti, man, on New Music Friday. Me personally, I thought it was a solid project. I didn't have any issues with it. I thought the production was good. And if you notice on the album covers, he chose Carter 2 basically to emulate, and he chose what's the name? He chose Hard Knock Life Volume 2 to emulate. And I felt like
Which album better?
Production,
I'm sorry that just popped in my head, but damn, what album is better?
we'll talk about that in a second, Mr. Jones. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
That's a debate. We want to get to that. That's a debate right there. Nah, go ahead.
Yeah. But here's the thing with the production and everything, I heard a little bit of both albums in this Yo Gotti album. I did. My man finally got Wi-Fi. He out the trenches. What's up?
What up, folks?
Exactly. But I heard some of the production and even like Yo Gotti, like production wise, not lyrical before y'all jump on me for saying this. But like the first song, here's the thing. The first song, Collect Calls, Ring Ring, when it first comes on, it comes on like the Mob did. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that it started. Obviously, both songs went a different direction. Huh?
That's one of the best intros ever. You continue.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, the Mob is number 2 on the Carter 2, so it's not an intro. But anyway, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could tell, like he was paying homage to both. So me personally, I give Yo Gotti's album, I give it like a 3.5 out of 5. That's what I give it.
Did you give it, Tay?
3.5.
He said, "Uno." It's like no.
Hey, you a fool? No, I ain't going that far. I'm actually giving it the same thing as the 2 Chainz projects. Truthfully, I'm giving it like 5.
I would give it a 3, and I would give it a solid 3.5. It's one of the albums of the year so far in this infant because nothing has been dropping. And like I told MT, Corday was such a fucking disappointment.
It was. I ain't gonna fake. It was.
3.5.
I know who got some potential though. When that dropped, that Tanner Talk 4 might be up there.
Yeah. Benny rapped the same. That's another guy. You get the same formula every project with Benny.
But that shit be fire though. Like, bruh, that shit be fire. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with that J. Cole track.
I do too. But I'm just saying it's the same thing.
He also got Def Jam behind him too, so it might help.
Yeah, I'm sure he got that Griselda sound. Trust me, he gonna be a contender. This album gonna be fire. Cause this is like the first thing they probably gonna try to commercialize too.
And I think this, and truthfully, J. Cole might be dropping something this year because he's doing features again. Normally when he do features, I mean he dropping something. Because he was on that joint and he was on the YG song too. He's about to drop something.
Oh yeah, well let's talk about that. let's talk about the new tracks that came out this weekend. Um, so tomorrow with John Legend and Nas, I fuck with that one.
Yeah,
And
listen to
the new
it.
40. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. No, so that was good. I'm gonna be honest. What was ass? My pimpin' Nick Cannon. If Nick Cannon didn't rap on there, that song would have actually been decent. We did not need Nick Cannon on there.
Why is the nigga still releasing songs? Why?
I don't know.
Why? Oh, I guess because he got them 8 kids. I guess he got to do something
Yeah,
to get some streaming numbers or something. I guess I don't know.
yeah. ETA with Dr. Dre, Snoop, Busta Rhymes, that release. So you know all the old heads love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. You heard Dr. Dre new song? I don't care about any music that Dr. Dre releases right now. I'm just gonna be honest. I really don't care.
Yeah, only West Coast old head I think is still probably drop some bangers is Ice Cube if he decides he wants to.
Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Snoop, man.
Yeah.
Snoop.
Or
he
Snoop.
be grooving.
Or Snoop.
Snoopy grooving. Yeah, Snoopy grooving. I ain't gonna lie. He be grooving.
And
no,
then
but that joint was on the GTA joint too, though. My bad, not to cut you off, MT. Yeah, that joint.
no,
was
go
on
ahead.
The,
No.
Yeah, it was on the GTA. That's why that joint released because it was on GTA. That
Gotcha.
online joint.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And then also another one was, what someone had said was trash or average, featured by J. Cole, Scared Money with YG and Money
I
Back.
ain't
That
say
shit
that.
was fire. Exactly. It was fire.
I believe personally, he said, whoever says trash is an East Coast bias thing. That's how I look at it.
No, that YG song is actually pretty dope.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
YG drop bangers if not nothing else. He's not the most lyrical nigga, but he be dropping bangers.
Yeah, the only thing
Ever
is
since I just want to party, that joke be
yeah. But he can't. I don't think the thing is. I think he got so big off of that first album. Yeah, he got big off that first album. I don't think he can capture that.
Nah, his last job was dope with the tribute to Nipsey Hussle and Loco and all that. That last album was pretty fire to me.
Well, Mr. Jones, you have to say that because you over there on the West Coast. You don't want to be looking.
Nah, because I mean,
if you think about
West Coast, I mean, production-wise, West Coast production be jive fire. I ain't gonna lie to you, like Dom Kennedy.
West Coast production.
Them Dom Kennedy jokes.
West Coast production. Well, West Coast productions will always be fire, sir.
Huh?
West Coast productions will always be fire. It's a staple in our childhood, okay?
Yeah, pretty much.
And teenhood.
It is. Just like the Memphis
Cherokee.
sound.
Yeah, Cherokee,
like
Pinky, West Coast Productions.
Stop it.
Hey, but no, but if you think about YG, the first thing you're gonna think about is My Crazy Life. You're not gonna his first project. You're not gonna think about millions of a project.
That joint was fire. That was a classic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a classic.
Another one, Nicki Minaj and Lil Baby. Do we have a problem? That shit was fire.
Yeah.
That may be the best song that came out this weekend.
I'm gonna say unpopular opinion. I think Lil Baby should have just done that shit by himself, but that's just my opinion. Sorry.
He says, all right.
Bro, I can't deal with Nicki Minaj with that auto-tune shit, bro. I can't do it. I tried. I can't do it, man.
Yeah, well, he said Lil Baby should have did it on his own. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Nothing against Nicki.
Nothing against it. I just don't like the auto-tune shit. I can't do it.
I get what you're saying.
Not with her.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Her voice is already like kind of like robotic in a way anyway. Yeah. So and the auto-tune shit makes it even like irritating a little bit.
Yeah, it's like over animated.
It's over animated. Yeah, like
imagine it's like if Buster used auto tune.
Yes, exactly.
I get you mean.
That. Yeah.
He would never do it. He too hip hop.
And you had John Woo flick with Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher.
Ooh, I gotta hear that.
West Side Gun. You ain't hit John Woo flick with Griselda?
No.
It was fire, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the same flow, same delivery.
I mean, that's their formula. They took over the game with that only 2 years ago.
Same thing, Yo Gotti. So that's all I'm saying. Don't hate on him either when he come out
I
with the
ain't
same
hating on
formula.
him. I ain't hating on him. But 10
Yeah.
albums though, like damn, LL Cool J switched it up at this 10.
No, well,
Shit.
hold on. Wait.
I'm messing with you.
Hold on.
I'm trolling
I
you,
was about
bro.
to say,
I'm
you got to
trolling
remember,
you.
all the cocaine musics weren't albums.
I
I
know.
think like
I'm
the first
trolling
five
you.
is. I was about to say that. Yeah, first six was like mixtapes.
Yeah, I know.
First
I'm
six was like
trolling you.
mixtapes. Yeah.
I'm trolling you.
Hating ass nigga.
But let's get to this debate though. Carter 2 or Hard Knock Life Volume 2?
Carter 2.
Hey, that easy.
I'm about to say commercial. Here's the thing. Commercially
is going to be volume 2.
Yeah. Volume 2 is definitely commercial, but as far as just like lyrics, and I would have to go Carter 2 as well. I'm going to be honest.
Even playback.
And I love Jay. Yeah, I love Jay.
Yeah, Carter 2 is like not a skip on there. Yeah, Carter
exactly.
2.
Like playback. Carter 2
again, but let's go track for track though. You had the Hard Knock Life. You had Nigga What Nigga Who. You had Money Cash Hoes. You had the Coming to Age joint with Myth.
Commercially, Reservoir Dogs ever.
It's all right. Money ain't a thing.
And here's the thing.
Jay had players.
I know, but hold on. Listen, and everything that you just named, I think, except for like one or two, were all on the radio and all hits. Like all hits. Yeah, all of them hits, and they charted.
Yeah, that's why I said it ain't really that easy. Don't get me wrong. Carter 2 had hits too. You had Hustler Music. You had Fireman. You had Receipt.
Receipt wasn't that much of a hit. It didn't.
It wasn't a hit, but they would play that on the radio.
You forgetting one of the best. You forgetting one of the best songs probably ever made, man.
Best rapper alive.
Yeah.
Nah, Money on My. Well, yeah, best rapper.
Money on My Mind is the best.
Money on My Mind. Yes. There, Mr. Toilet. Yeah. Lock and Low. Yeah, he put West Coast on the. I got. Yeah. Yeah, Grown music. Man with Currency. Oh man.
Hustler music. Shoot.
Robert Thicke joint. Yeah, that's what him and Robert Thicke was making classics together.
How does it feel? Yeah.
Nah, man.
It's close. It's close. It's close. Yeah, Carter 2 that's my favorite Wayne album, honestly. It's my favorite Wayne album.
And I love Jay. Like I said, I'm like one of the biggest Jay-Z fans. Carter 2, man.
Yeah, it's Carter 2. Slight edge to Carter 2.
Yeah, slight edge.
And mind you, most of them was no features. A lot of Jay joints had features.
No, Wayne had a couple of features.
He had a couple, but not more than Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life joint, though.
Yeah, like, all right, so Wayne had 5.
Yeah.
Let's see how much Carter. Well, off the top of my head, I know that was Jermaine Dupri and motherfucking DMX and Memphis Bleak. So that's 3 right there off the top of my head.
And who else was on the same song?
Yeah, Too Short. I forgot. Yeah, Foxy Brown. And he had the locks. Yeah, he had the whole locks with Benny C.
Yeah, Memphis
Bleak. That Reservoir Dogs had like 8 niggas on it.
Exactly.
He had DMX with Money Cash Hoes. He had Too Short a week ago. He had Ja Rule and Can I Get a Fuck You?
Yeah,
that's not for me. I can't. Yeah, it's a slight edge to Carter 2, but damn, that was a great album. Like, I'd go back and not skip a track on that shit either.
No, I mean, here's the thing. We're not saying that. All we're saying is commercially, you got to give it to Hard Knock Life.
Yeah, because that's what it was. J97 back then.
Well, let's not forget that album. Let's not forget too that album, The Hard Knock Life, Volume 2. That joint was in a lot of movies. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, like commercially, yes, but if you're talking about playback and actual full body of work, Carter 2 got it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
Wayne didn't have to rap no more after Carter.
Because Carter 1 was still John Gutter. Carter 1 was still Gutter. Carter 2 was like him completely polished in the style that he has today.
He literally did not have to rap no more after Carter 2. literally he ain't had to rap no more after Carter 2. When you think about it.
Oh man, then his commercially best album came right after that, so he had to rap again. Carter 3
but it
so
started
fucking
it though.
much.
But it started it though. You know, with him with the Carter 2, it started that whole momentum of the Wayne takeover. If you really think about it.
You wouldn't think it was kind of before then though. Like Carter 1 came out of nowhere and just
commercially, like with the features
like,
and
it's almost like
that.
I bet you know where you was at the first time you heard Cash Money Million is out of nowhere. Or Birdman JR. The first time you heard Birdman JR on the first time, you're like, well, this nigga spazzing. Because you never heard a South nigga spit punchlines like that in that era. Because that's when like battle rap was really getting up there. Like people started watching Smack DVDs and all of that. And he was spitting in that style. And we never heard a South nigga do that shit. He was like, all right, punches. Like he punching up there with Fab and Cassidy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then 6 minutes happened, but that's
that's 6 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes of death. Yeah, that's crazy.
Classic.
Yeah.
Still think I think Cash had the best verse. That's another story.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no,
that real
you
talk.
had
that real talk.
Yeah, I was about to say, but Hard Knock Life, man, you had that everything from Austin Powers to the Annie remake. Can I Get Her was on Rush Hour soundtrack or Rush Hour 2, I think. Yeah, so it was it was a lot of commercial success.
The Backstage came out around that time.
Yeah, Backstage did.
Yep. Yep. Backstage came. Yeah. So lastly, man, we just want to get the power. Tay didn't get to see it. Mr. Jones, did you see it?
Yeah, but I ain't watched Tommy's yet though, because you know you can watch Force now.
I know. I watched Force.
Actually, I'm gonna as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna watch it. Force.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna watch both of them when I get off.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Force, I was like, it was decent. It wasn't bad, but I was just like,
I don't want to spoil it, but it was a decent ending. It was a decent ending, though.
To what? Power? Yeah. No.
Because it's one of them how it cut the clip at the end. Third season could start off straight from that moment.
Exactly.
It's almost like they filmed 2 and 3 together.
Exactly. Yeah. It's funny because they've already. So the rumors are 3 is already filmed and ready to go. They just gonna let Force run its course, and then they're gonna bring back Raising Kanan for the summer, and then after Raising Kanan, Power Book 2 season 3 is actually gonna start back up in the fall. So they're already ready.
You got to put BMF in that too. Season 2 BMF.
Oh yeah, and BMF exactly. Yeah. So we'll probably get Ghost in like October, November. That's when we'll get it. But no, it was good. I told Tay, I said it had its corny moments, but for the most part, it was good. For the most part, I'm not disappointed. And at the end of the day, I just love my boo Effie. You know what I'm saying? She continues to hold it down. You need a woman like that in your life. You do. Gentlemen,
for her to fuck him over to be like, I love you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was waiting on. That's what I was waiting on right there. That's the only thing that didn't happen, but you could tell it's already there. And yeah. Oh boy, love me some Effie. I do. I love it. Yeah.
So what would she play out? How would you think how she would play out in this Power universe? If you could compare her to a character, who would you think?
Tasha.
She's the new she's the new Tasha.
All the way, Tasha.
Yeah, she's the new Tasha, and it's one of those where
go say one kill Keisha.
Exactly. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, what Mr. Jones said, Ghost didn't want to kill Keisha, and you know how we got this, you know what I'm saying, this long drawn out story or love story of Ghost and going between Angela and Tasha, and then he finally chose Angela.
Yeah.
Effie said, I'm not going for none of that shit. You gonna choose me today. We not going. I ain't got to worry about no 10-year reunion from y'all, no 20-year reunion. You wondering what happened and why it didn't work out. The bitch is gone. That's it. I'm here for the future. I'm gonna have your babies, Tariq. We doing this together. That's what
Hey,
Effie did.
hey, side question: do you ever think this might be later down the line, maybe in the future? Do you ever see Cash trying to take out Tyreek because of Tasha Sakau, Keisha?
That'd be a nice. That'd be a nice. That'd be
Oh, so
something
we're gonna
nice
do
to
the
have.
Boardwalk Empire. That's what we're gonna
Pretty
do.
much, yeah.
Exactly. No, the reason why is because Cash. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tariq actually has the acting down pat. I think there may be an attempt on his life by Cash,
Yeah.
but Cash gotta die because Cash can't act. Unless 50 gonna pay for Cash to get acting lessons. No, he cannot carry the power universe. He cannot. No. Zero. Cut it.
Because I was
Am I
like, maybe
right,
in the
Mr.
future. Yeah, I
No.
was like, maybe in the
Yeah.
future. I don't think
Yeah.
he'll do it though. Because I was like, yeah, he'd be too old by it. I mean, not even too old by then, but yeah,
Yeah.
Tyreek wouldn't even
But
probably
no,
be important by that time. Truthfully.
exactly. But I can see as Cash gets older and he talks to Uncle Tommy, I can see him growing that vengeance and wanting to hurt Tariq. But
Yeah.
as far as actually being able to pull the trigger, no, because the thing is, he would have to get close enough to Tariq in order to do
Yeah.
it. And we already know Tariq is not going to. Only two people that's close to him, and he still keeps them at a distance, is
Exactly.
Braden and Effie. The only other people that's closer than them two is his mother. That's it.
Yeah.
And Yaz, which is
And
family.
what's up with this whole Kane dynamic where Kane want to beat this nigga?
What you mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, you'll see that in the last episode. Kane kind of tries to upstage Tariq, but how can I put this? It's one of those where it's like this. You know how you got the people that, oh, little prep school, little stuck up, this and that. Oh, I can't believe you did this. Oh, I could do it better than you. But then when they get the opportunity to do it better than them, they bitch up or they freeze up.
Yeah, they fold like a banquet chair. That's pretty much
Exactly.
what happened.
You're gonna see that in this last episode.
So
You're
pretty much
gonna
he
see
pulled a
that.
Jimmy G. Yeah, he pretty much pulled a Jimmy G. That's pretty much what
Exactly.
he did.
He
Okay.
pulled a Jimmy G with an opportunity that he was given. So yes, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll watch it right after this. I'm really gonna watch it
Yeah.
right after this.
Yeah, I let you enjoy, man. I don't got nothing else to do.
But all right, y'all. We can go ahead and end it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Next week, the Super
MT
Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Super Bowl Sunday. Join us next week. We're gonna give our
I'm
predictions,
excited.
tell you what you tell you all what you should go with. And I'm gonna give you point spread and everything.
We're gonna do a
All of
lot of
that.
side bets too. We'll do a lot of side bets. You know, some of them prop bets we'll put on the show. See what everybody
Yep.
think.
Yep. So MT signing off with me and my co-host.
Mr. Jones, aka Sam Jones, Mr. Come First because you gotta respect me, and down below.
It's your boy Ted. One have a sports talk saying Josh. Make sure y'all catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and Google.
Yep. And for more Too Much Show, click the link tree down below.
Yes, sir. Support the bros, man. Support the bros.